baby mama.
Okay.
She got one hand too.
That's real?
Yeah.
The following program is rated TVMA. Viewer discretion is advised.
We live.
We live, baby.
Yep. What's happening there, YouTube world?
This is synthetic.
Synthetic weed. We all straight from Trippies.
This podcast is all AI to begin with.
Yeah. I really have two hands. We just fucking y'all. Nah, but welcome back, Petty Lane. I am your host, Jay Wall, aka Jay Wall the Jerk. And my newest addition, riding with me every time from here on out, my guy to the right, MV Stupid.
Got
Got him. He gonna co-host with me from here on out.
Okay.
He promised me he ain't gonna do Fent like the last one did.
Definitely ain't doing that shit.
You might need to teach him to roll. You got one hand and you got done before him.
Right? You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah.
What do you call it?
It's a
Mikey
start.
said I roll prison joints.
It look like something that we used to roll in Bible paper, man. Don't put too much in it.
Right. But yeah, man. So we back at Petty Lane and in studio tonight we have Ben Flew,
Hey, what up, Ben?
Good.
St. Louis transplant here in Louisville now with us, rocking out, stand-up comedian, and of course my guy to the left, the one, the only, the master promoter, Mr. Bikey.
What up, family?
Yeah, responsible for putting me on my first show.
So he's the one to blame.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't think none of them people ever came back to another one of his shows. They're like, what is this? No. Yeah, that's my guy, man. How's it going with you, Bikey?
Man, you know, it's chill. I'm out here just living life, you know, really right now.
Mm-hmm.
Watching my son grow up, watching my wife be beautiful, you know what I mean? I've really been just laying back trying to, you know, take money and make money. I'm trying to build some capital right now so I can have me something to boom on.
Right? I completely understand, my friend.
What you been up to? What you been up to, J-Rob?
Well,
Show, what you been up to?
We got too much going on right now.
I see you throwing
What's
shows
up?
everywhere. I'm proud of you,
You
bro.
know.
Weekly shows and shit. Can't come to them circus shows because my wife's scared of clowns and shit.
Oh, I had to fire the clowns.
Yeah,
my wife.
Are you triggered right now just looking at his shirt?
Yeah.
A little bit. She came to this house. There's a cat. There's clowns. She's in hell. Right now.
She's like, I'm definitely locking up in the room.
She's sitting there looking at it. She's going to tell Bikey, so I told you to quit talking to that motherfucker. And this is why.
Yeah, them are two triggers.
Yeah.
Nah, but I see clown shows and not clown shows, killer clown. That makes it worse. The killer
It
clown.
really does.
Right. Yeah, man. We busy, man. We acquired a room for a club, so now we running our own joint, man. So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Bringing people in. We got some big names. People excited about seeing coming around. So that's good. We got Cam Patterson. He's shaking the walls of YouTube right now. So we got him coming through.
Is that the little black dude from
Yep.
Kill Tony?
Yep.
Yeah.
The I Love Rocks cat.
Where he from?
Originally Jacksonville.
Florida boy.
Yeah. But we're catching him on a club run. He's gonna slide on us and do some shit. Then we got Louis J. Gomez coming in. That'll be a big deal. Everybody excited about that motherfucker showing up. The Puerto Rican rattlesnake.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but shout out to him.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all know who Louis J. Gomez is?
no.
No.
Legion of Skanks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's the-
Skanks, I don't know. Nah, I quit fucking with Skanks for a long time. Skanks been out the goddamn.
Right.
I've been done with Skanks. No.
I tell you the funniest shit though when I start talking to people about this shit, and they're like, "Who's this dude?" Like, you know, like Zach Amico coming in, and he's from the Legion of Skanks like tribe. They're like Skanks. I'm like, all right. Honestly, I feel the pain because when I tell people like, "Yeah, you just come to the show," and I give them a flyer, they're like, "Murder Circus? What the fuck is that?"
Murder Circus is a hard sell.
I had one dude look at my flyer for Zach Amico because you know he's a crazy looking motherfucker, anyways. And he
I seen that flyer. That white dude with all like paint on his face and shit.
said, "Yeah, he's a movie director too. He's into horror. That's like his genre."
Yeah.
Murder
Okay.
Circus.
I fuck with horror.
But this dude looked at it, Murder Circus, and got that dude on there. You know what I mean? He said that looks terrifying. I would never go to that. I was crying laughing.
Hold on.
I'm like, it's a stand-up show. He said nothing about that looks like stand-up.
Quick movie thing. You ever heard of the old horror movie, Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love that. That's probably your nightmare, right?
I
love that shit, man.
was scared of clowns for a second off of that. Now I'm like, oh.
I was scared of cotton candy after that.
Yeah, they wrap you up in that shit. That's a classic, though.
Dude, it's
If
amazing.
you watch it right now, I seen it about a year or 2 years ago.
Have you? Who's been a bit for
It's
me?
trash.
Right?
It's
So,
pretty trash.
But
I
did
was
you-
like, what the fuck?
Did you try to watch it sober? That's a mistake.
I ain't been sober in probably a decade.
How do you not have that poster?
Right.
How you gonna be the Murder Circus comedy show? All kind of classic movies from that time frame, and you ain't got Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah.
You know what? That's gonna be a gift.
The
We're gonna make that
dude
happen.
that got kicked out of his house didn't have one. You know, if he had
Well,
one,
man,
he
let's
got
get
it.
you kicked out of here, and you'll have
So
one.
all these are stolen posters.
Mhm.
I've been digging. You done stole somebody's swag.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
He didn't, I'm not convinced he didn't steal that dude's girl to get the posters.
The wildest shit is, though, the posters that they are. Because I fucked with every poster that's up here. I remember Doggy Style when I was a kid. Fucking Boys in the Hood, Jaws. I used to hate Jaws because that shit would always come on when we was in Florida.
It's Shark Week
That
right
will
now.
mess with your head.
Yeah.
That'll mess with
It's Shark Week right now. I got 2 days invested in Shark Week right now. I'll just let you know. I got 2 days invested in Shark Week.
Have you ever watched Shark Week while you're at the beach? That will fuck with your
Yep.
that will fuck with your mindset for a while.
I
Yeah.
did. I'll tell you what was crazy, man. You ever see? I see one. There's great white sharks all around this whale carcass, and they eating it. And this motherfucker with a camera stepped out the boat on top of the carcass, and they eating the shit around him, and he's on there with the camera. I said, "You a
Wow.
crazy motherfucker,
I
dog."
seen that yesterday.
Let me
they were-
guess what race that guy was.
Yesterday
coming to
on
me.
Shark Week, they showed the sharks eating a whale.
Yeah.
This dude got bit, and they were trying to see why these sharks pulled up in here like this. You know what I mean? But it's because they followed the whale that was dying, and that died, because they just want to eat the blubber off the whale.
Yeah.
It lasted for like a week. Yeah. White man got bit. He was back in the water 4 weeks later.
Because that's the only way to live,
Like,
man.
I'm
You gotta
back.
be out.
As soon as it healed up, I was back in the water. Fucked his ass up. Shark bit him. One bite on his calf, hip, side. Boy, I love a good shark bite.
I love watching the shit like animal attack videos.
yeah.
I can't get
Oh,
enough
yeah.
of
Oh
it.
yeah.
No, yeah.
I love it.
I don't know if that's so much about the animals though, or if I just really like watching stupid people die. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I enjoy that.
Stupid people getting hurt is kind of funny.
I hate it too, like the alligators, the motherfucker when they put the hand in alligator's
Yes.
mouth and bite them.
Yes.
I'm just like,
It's
you
a
over there
struggle.
with perfectly two good hands. You gonna do something like
You know,
that?
look, you ain't got two
You know.
hands, and you gonna
You know what I'm saying?
jeopardize one like that?
Man, I wish I would.
Bro, when
Look
Steve,
at me.
when Steve, yeah, you are a PSA. Oh, shit.
No, I remember being on jobs, construction jobs, and it'd be like, all right, you got to reach your hand in there and be easy to slide it out so that they don't fall. So I ain't do it. They said, what do you mean? I said, I only got $5, and this job don't pay near enough.
Real
There ain't no
question.
fucking way.
Are you overprotective of this hand now? Like, do you not reach into certain things and make sure that you don't lose this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
So what's the
Gotta
last
be.
thing you remember being like,
Well, I remember specifically when all my cousins decided they want to do that noodling shit, where you grab a catfish by your bare hands out of the hole.
Yeah.
I'm not,
I
from-
said-
Come on, bro. Don't play.
I'm from South.
Don't play
I
hood
ain't from the
now.
South, man. Come on.
You know it's noodling. Like you standing in the shallow water and you trying to reach down and grab a goddamn catfish.
That's called noodling.
Yeah.
Catfish bite.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't bite. They got them things come out the side.
Don't
of their
leave me
neck
out-
that'll
don't leave me
sting
hang
you.
out
That'll
here.
like stick you.
Yeah.
Don't let me hang out here to try. Did you know what the fuck noodling was?
Nah,
Thank you. Okay.
Come on,
So it's
you from
50-50.
Kentucky, right?
Come on.
Yeah,
now.
but I don't know what the fuck that is.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I only knew because a few years back, or maybe a long time back, the white boy quarterback from Louisville or somewhere was noodling. They made it a news thing.
Yeah.
I watch the news a lot. I'm old.
See, I love fishing. So my cousins got into it, and they would show me pictures of big ass catfish. I was like, where the fuck you getting him at? They
Noodling.
said, oh, we gonna noodle. I said, huh? And it's like, yeah, you just reach in there and you feel like the little pockets, like on the bank and up underneath rocks and shit. He said, and you got to reach it. You got to be careful though. Could be a snapping turtle in there.
Snapping.
Such and such lost a fingertip the other day. I said, ain't no fucking way. I'm sticking my one hand in that goddamn hole. You can kiss my ass. I said, hell no.
That's how you know we live in lifestyle. I thought you'd be like, there's a certain,
Nah, you can't really see. It's muddy water and shit because catfish live in that.
That's
mud.
more reason not to.
Yeah.
You don't know what's in there.
I don't even eat catfish. I'm not trying to grab them.
I tell you what, it's been hard for me to get back to eating catfish because I got a piece, shit, about 6 months ago, muddy.
Yeah.
I can't eat them.
For real?
The
Yeah.
taste is
Oh
horrible.
my God.
Catfish tastes horrible to me too. You gotta be deep down south where they know how.
Go on the catfish po' boil it down.
Yeah, you
Mississippi.
gotta know somebody that cleaning them right because they feed off the mud and they dirty.
Yeah.
I want my fish.
My people won't even touch them. I was raised Jewish. Like if you eat
Right.
kosher, you can't even do that because
Right.
it's a bottom feeder.
Yeah, it's a bottom feeder.
Yeah.
You can't eat that. I want my fish. To be white.
That's why I was told not to eat them and shit.
I like white fish.
Pigs and shit.
Catfish is black. I like white fish.
Yeah, catfish like the pig of the sea.
The what of the sea?
The pig of the sea.
Pig of the sea.
That motherfucker, it'll eat anything.
And they say what the shrimp, the roach of the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah. It look like it though. You got
It is.
Take
It
me
really
all the
does
way
look
out.
like
It
it.
don't take much to get me out of eating some shit.
Do you remember the first time you saw like a shrimp with his head on? You're like, that's the fuck what I'm eating at Red
Yeah.
Lobster? Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's awful.
my people was taking
Awful.
the head off while you pull out.
So you grew up with that. I came to it later and I was like, damn, that's what my popcorn is.
Exactly.
That's
My first memory of shrimp was popcorn.
Exactly.
Yeah. They broke
That's
that
kid
saying. It was pretty good. Like, you know, they ain't got nothing they real love. You know, see the dookie line in them and shit. They're eating them bitches.
Yeah.
I ate
That
don't
fucked
even
me
know.
up when I found out that that's what that was.
Yeah, that little
The
shit
dark
back,
spots,
that little
yeah.
intestine, that intestine too.
That motherfucking mud vein. Yeah, dog.
I don't eat shrimp for real. I don't eat shrimp. I don't eat-
Much. Nah, me either.
Well, that's why like crab and shrimp and all that used to be like cheap food. It was like nobody wanted to eat it.
Yeah.
And then
seafood.
now they act like it's like top tier shit.
Yes.
I'm from the south. We used to like
Good
cats,
eating,
crawdads, and shit in the creek and shit behind our house. But I wouldn't never eat that shit. We was just torturing them motherfuckers.
That's kind of disturbing, actually. But yeah.
Shooting them up, tying them up to bottle rockets, and shooting them in the sky.
Yeah. My dad decided he wanted to live at a rural life, so he moved us to Nicholasville, Kentucky, Jessamine County.
Y'all, do they got a racetrack there? Like a drag racing track there?
No,
Y'all ain't got shit there.
there was none there.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
So we moved there, and we lived in our neighborhood, big ass creek, and all these toads would come up in the rain,
Yeah.
and we'd get just buckets of these motherfuckers.
Mm.
And we bring back, we'd be killing them with fun noodles and getting sicking our dogs on them. We were
Eat
awful,
some of it,
man.
y'all eat
That's-
some of it
Hell
too.
no. The dog, we'd be feeding him, we'd give him a dog, he'd bite him a couple times, kill him, you know what I mean?
You
But we
probably-
were
You're
awful.
talking about like
Oh,
the pool
yeah, I
noodles?
like probably. Yeah,
You would
swimming in the
just-
pool noodles, just whack.
But that's not called noodling. The catfish thing.
Yeah,
that's not.
See, we was the original noodles, really, if you
That's
want to think
kinda-
about it.
I don't know. That's kind of serial killer-ish. Y'all torturing the shit out.
Oh, we used to always
That's
kill
what I was
animals.
thinking about your bottle rockets.
My bottle rocket was kind of, but like a
You just strapped on a little rocket, man.
crawfish with them little ones and that bitch in the sky.
I'm never gonna be able to go to like a Cajun restaurant and not think of that shit now. Was this killed by fire or was this killed by bottle rocket?
Y'all just beating the turtle to death, bro.
All kinds of shit. I remember my cousin.
That's what I said. My subject is like quick dead.
That's
It's so
true.
much got like a torture segment going.
You're right.
I
That's
remember-
just a kid wanting to see a firework. You were like want to see him bleed. That's
Yeah.
different.
I got in trouble when I was a little kid trying to flush my cat down the toilet.
Like a grown cat.
Yeah, I was pushing it down. It was all four legs on that bowl tube with a hole, and I was trying to get that motherfucker down. And he scratched me, and I was like, I know, I seen a cartoon show me how to fix your ass.
Bro, I'm
I'm gonna
starting-
flush you right down this toilet.
I heard a few profiles about you.
I'm starting to think you're losing your arm was karma.
It might have been. Oh no, I tell you the most
They
fucked
knew
up
what you was
shit.
gonna do.
I'm gonna do this on stage one day as I got to it yet. But true shit. So my dad was a plumber, and when I was real little, he was like a plumber's helper. You know what I mean? So he had to work. He always worked side jobs, get extra money and shit. You know, just go like, you know, basically getting the customer's ear when he go like, hey, you know, I'm doing it for cheap on Saturday. You know what I mean? And just slide in there. So he always had to take me. Well, he get this big job, right? And he called my godfather in to come help him on his big job. So I'm sitting there in the truck. My godfather handed me a shoebox. He said, "Here, I got you some."
Right.
Turtle. I'm like, "Oh shit, motherfucker, a turtle, right?" I'm like, "Wow."
So it's a Ninja Turtle.
How was it?
I'm probably like
You seem
6,
excited. Oh, you
5,
was excited.
6.
Okay,
I'm a little
okay.
kid, you know what I mean?
Never gonna be excited.
Yeah. So I'm playing with the little turtle in the truck. Just give me something to do because usually I'm just sitting there watching him work or playing with plumber's putty like Play-Doh and shit. Just sitting there like, can we
What
go?
you, like, you playing with a turtle? Like, what you flipping that motherfucker?
Yeah, I'm just holding it like a little dog, whatever I'm doing. And this motherfucker was a snapping turtle, and it's lashed on the end of my nub. Motherfucker!
Ooh,
I
just shake that nut like, get him off.
just imagine this.
You need to recreate
Just
that.
imagine this.
Yeah, you need to
You working
shoot
on
that
a job
again.
Let
site.
one bite you.
Just imagine this shit. You working on a job site. You hear some commotion and you go look, and there's a 6-year-old one-handed kid with a mullet running through the motherfucking job site with a turtle, swinging his nub and the turtle hanging off the end of the nub, and motherfucker, and I'm squalling the whole way.
I want you to know there's like 30. How many people would you say was there that day?
There had to be at least 4 plumbers and then the rest of the cats that was on the job.
Okay, you
A
understand.
lot of essays witnessed that day.
There's a dozen people where that's their favorite story they tell to every motherfucker in the world.
I guarantee you.
That story probably lives on with
Yeah.
some families.
How
Like,
big
it's the
was
funniest
the
shit they've
turtle?
ever heard in their life.
I feel like it was like
A
that.
little baby turtle.
It wasn't huge.
Like you could carry it was running with you.
I'm
was
talking. I'm
running
trying to do it, and I'm swinging my nub trying to get this motherfucker off of me, and this turtle is just.
I can see it.
Hang
Like,
on,
I'm a
God.
visionary.
So
I can see it. I think we can get a turtle on your arm if we get something to cover it, like the thing that bite the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, cover that nub up. I think we can recreate this.
Can we-
Kevlar.
Can we tie a little colored bandana around the turtle's head and just make it a Ninja Turtle thing? You will blow up overnight.
I swear to God. I tell you what.
Donatello.
It's
They gonna say this nigga got bit by
If
Donatello.
these things was out when I was, and that shit happened, I'm viral already.
No, I've been in the feds.
Shit,
If
the
this was out, if they was out with me,
the
I'd have
turtle.
been in the feds. still.
Oh yeah, later on, like that show.
That detail is insane.
There's much shit I wish I had on wax back then that I could have went viral off of. There's plenty of shit that I'm glad never seen the light of
They
day.
had big cameras. I hope they never find the tapes of them.
Oh my God! Yeah, with the have to put the whole video
Yeah,
cassette in.
put a
Yes,
whole
sir.
VHS in
Inside.
that motherfucker.
Yeah.
We had big cameras.
You see, back then you had to be bold to run up and put a camera in motherfucker's
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
Because that shit was up on your shoulder.
I was definitely, me and my homie twin was definitely documenting stuff in Ohio. We had big boy cameras. Back then, you can just get anything for real. You can live rich if you had cocaine and crack.
Absolutely.
You can live like a king.
Now it's like a poor people drug.
Yeah, I'm like, you doing crack now. You got to do crack out here now. Crack the cool drug. I'm like, this thing is wild.
You go to
I ain't seen the crackhead in over 10 years, me myself.
You ain't seen where I live.
Like that. They ain't on crack no more, man. They on something different, bro. Because they lazy. Crackheads, I ain't seen them like coming through that motherfucker.
Now it's
smoking.
It's smackheads, not crackheads.
Bro, the lady was in front of my house. We like moving on, sweetie. She was just, I don't know what the fuck was going on. But she was a C. She was a C shape the whole time. And started twerking and
How do
picking
you
up
twerk from a
grass
C shape?
the whole time. I recorded it, but I don't like exploiting people, so we ain't put it out.
I seen
You
a
know
dude
what
on Oaks. I was driving shuttles from Oaks. You know that Sonic right there.
That's closed down.
Yeah.
When you say OD, you mean foam coming out the mouth, shaking, or you mean just?
I'm talking. I think he died. Yeah.
Mm,
And I was like, damn. I know.
you ain't stopping
I know.
your mouth to
I
mouth.
know. I ain't gonna get that ride money. Shit. I was hustling, man. I ain't had time to help.
So he was in the car?
Nah. He was walked around the back of Sonic, and he doing the, when they get the folds, when they start doing that.
Yeah.
And I looked, I said, oh shit. And then the light turned, and then I looked in the rear view. When I looked in the rear view, he was laid out. Bow. And the cop was over doing some with traffic, and he pulled up on him. I was like, oh, that motherfucker's gone. He's out of here.
That's some scary shit. OD, seeing somebody OD, wow.
I see them more than I'd like to know about, but I've seen plenty.
You ever shot heroin?
Nah, hell no.
Mm-mm.
You don't know till you ask, man. That's how I'm going.
I couldn't find a vein in my nub, so I was
I'm
like,
gonna ask if you did. I
said,
wanted you to have shot and seeing if you was like, nah, this motherfucker
Yeah.
right here can take it. This a motherfucker would love this nub to shoot hair on it.
yeah.
Because every time I'm at the doctor, he's like, oh, you got good veins.
What is that? I hate that. You
Like,
have good
what the
veins.
fuck you
What?
mean? Bitch, you assuming I said, oh, try them out. You
Right.
collapse one of them.
It's weird. That's the weirdest
That's the-
compliment you can get. That's a
Yeah,
your vein, really good veins.
Ooh, lucky you don't do no dope. Good veins.
Because all that, okay, so if somebody says that and says it in that nice voice, like, man, you got really good veins. You know, it's just a nurse being a nurse. But if that tone changes a little,
Yeah, they
now
might
you know
want-
they
Yeah, they like,
you
yeah,
got
they
really
done
good
tried.
veins.
So I had your veins to get high.
I used to have
It's
veins
just the
like
tone
that.
of voice.
I've
It's,
seen one person in my whole life shooting up heroin. I
mm,
never wanted to be around. That was the sickest shit I ever
shit's
seen.
scary as
bro.
hell. That's just,
So
And
me,
I was young because I was in them streets, and I was young. I was like, what the is y'all do?
there ain't
they
never
don't
been a
even look like
buzz.
that here.
There ain't never been a buzz I wanted bad enough to
Use a
use a
needle.
needle.
Yeah.
If I can't smoke it or toot it, I don't want it.
Yeah. Back then, and until this day, a needle is diabolical. I just when I'm a diabetic, I don't want it. That shit.
That's a thing?
You allergic to papers? I
Nah,
never heard that.
Everybody, I just want to be different. Everybody like, nah, I'm on my Wiz Khalifa. I don't smoke tobacco. I don't smoke papers. I was like, good. Don't hit these blunts.
Right? Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah, but that needle game is crazy. Even though motherfuckers tattoos, shooting some shit up in your body
I just,
without a nursing degree.
I mean,
or something?
I've
Right.
got years into the game of alternating my mental, and I've been so far fucked up that I can't even believe it, and never use the needle. So like, I don't see the need.
Yeah, you know, I'm a diabetic.
You could get really, really fucked around,
they
and
gave-
you're not even
you know
touching
more
one.
than
They
most.
gave me needles. I came from this show in Atlanta, and I had to piss like every 30 minutes.
Mm.
I went to work the next morning. They said I was just standing there watching shit go by and not doing shit. Like, hey, bro, what the fuck you doing? You ain't doing your job.
Damn.
I went home, trying to go home. I fell asleep with the car, with my foot on the brake in front of the train. I'm like, oh, shit. I pulled. It was right by my house, too. So I'm like, oh, no.
That's scary as hell.
But I woke up, the train was going by. I'm like, damn, I fell asleep right here. I went home, told my wife, I'm going to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
They said my shit was like 472. Handed me, got me in a room real quick, boom, boom. I woke up, they done IV me, here go these needles. We're going to keep you in here a couple days. Needles? You finna, like orange tops, bitch. I'm talking about the orange top.
No.
I was like, man, hold on. Go
Right.
check my insurance. Nah, that motherfucker is tripping. What am I doing with these? And I gotta go. I got a show tonight.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? We was booming them shows. I gotta go. I checked out of that motherfucker and went and did my show. I had to learn to use them needles.
Mm.
Then they had to like, this nigga got insurance. So they gave me the little twist top ones, put the little pin. They gave me the pins. You know what I mean? You just twist the insulin you want. Hit that. That shit was hard to do. Still, it was thin as fuck. The best needle you can get at one.
Uh-huh.
You got type 2?
I got type 1. So
I remember the first time I realized that
type 2 is the op. Motherfucker
Right.
tell me they got type 2, I be like, you a whore.
That's what I was about to be like. I saw
what's the
something where you
difference
could
again?
reverse that
whore,
shit.
nigga, I'm a gangster. I'm dying, nigga.
What's the difference
The
again?
difference is like type 2 ain't insulin dependent.
There you go.
Like I'm insulin dependent. My pancreas don't work. You feel me? So like if you type 2, your pancreas is working, but it's going slow sometimes. You know what I mean? Because every time you eat sugar, your pancreas secrete insulin.
Type 1, you're born with it. Type 2, you can just like have a bad
Well, now
slip
type 1,
into
you ain't
it,
gotta
right?
be born with it. You
For
can
real?
be type 2 and then develop into type 1. That's probably what I had. Because I didn't know I was a diabetic until like 6-7 years ago.
So how long were you living with shit that you?
Yeah, boy,
Now
I
you know,
swear,
right?
I'm like, I definitely had diabetes. Bro, I used to have nightmares and shit, right? I thought I had sleep paralysis, right? So I'd be in the bed and I'd be stuck. Laying down, I could move my head and shit like this, and I feel like I'm screaming at the top of my lungs.
Mm-hmm.
My wife like, hey, wake me up. I was like, damn, she's like, you was barely saying something. I used to see dark, like spirits looking shit coming towards me. Ever since I got on that insulin, bro, swear, I ain't had that shit no more. A couple of
Good.
times and shit.
Good.
I got that insulin pump though, you know. I got 10K in my pocket.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is your pancreas. You know what I mean?
Wow.
This is your organ, bro.
Damn.
Real life. So I put insulin in here. I eat something. I'm supposed to count how many carbs and whatever it is.
Yeah.
Tell this, and it'll give me the insulin.
That's worth more than my car.
Yeah, this a nigga's Honda.
That's for sure.
That's what I was trying to insurance. I was trying to tell them I had because they gave me them little orange top needles. I was like, Jesus, no,
We need something
bro,
else.
I can't do that.
I remember the first time that
I
I
still
found
got
out.
3 boxes of them on top of my refrigerator right now.
Just to remember,
Cause
right?
I was like, nah, I can't go.
I remember the first time I found out that skinny people could get diabetes. Well, I was over at this dude's house I played basketball with, and his sister, his older sister, she's like fit, like a tennis player body, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And we sitting there eating and shit. Before we ate, she lifted up her shirt and hit herself
Hit
with the
that.
needle. I looked, I was like,
Yeah.
man, your sister a junkie? He's just like, nah, man, she got insulin. I was like,
Yeah.
insulin, that's for diabetes. He's like, yeah. I said, man, she ain't got no diabetes. She ain't fat. All the people in my family got diabetes. They gave it to themselves. They ate their way to
Some,
it.
some
My
of it's
sister's going down
genetic.
that
Some of it's
Yeah.
genetic and like
I don't
type
feel
2 is
bad for
forced.
him.
A lot of heavyset people be type 2.
I don't feel bad for him. If you
And I was just
My dad's a diabetic. He's missing his whole cap like that, right? That's I fuck with his elbow because my dad got the same knee. They cut his shit off though.
So my
He been diabetic since he was a kid though.
I don't feel bad for them people though, because
both diabetic too.
People that ate it, yeah, your granny.
I don't feel bad for him
My
because
dad
we
was
live-
bad.
off and shit.
we live in a world where some people have not a clue where their next meal comes from.
Mhm.
And
We eat so much.
if your gelatinous selfish ass done ate so many ho-hos and Pop-Tarts that your motherfucking foot fell off, man, good for you, motherfuckers.
And then you know food so fucking.
And especially me.
So this is why I was asking what type you were, because I just was watching one of those documentaries on
Yeah,
Netflix
yeah.
about that.
Got fixing it.
The whole
but yeah.
food plant based.
Yeah,
They were
you
talking
can
about you
bring
can
the
reverse the
pancreas
shit.
back.
Yes,
Yeah, you
that's
can.
crazy.
But mine, I was just too far gone. I just been fighting it so long.
Yeah.
I'm just such a gangster. My shit be like, I should have
That's
been
right.
dead without knowing it. I swear, you can ask my wife, bro. I wake up, bro, like dying. I'm sitting there like, nigga, I'm on my lap. My shit could have been 40 right there. Motherfucker, when your sugar like 40, you be in a coma. Yeah, so your sugar, you gotta keep level. You know what I mean?
Is it mostly about what you eat or how much you eat?
So everything white turns to carbs.
Basically. Gotcha.
Turns to sugar. Carbs turn to
Turns to
sugar.
sugar,
So
right.
bread with carbs, 15 carbs, that's 15 sugars.
So you do like whole grain and everything?
Yeah,
so
but
it's not like-
that still got carbs in it.
Got it.
When it say 0 sugar and you look and it say carbs on
Sugar.
cookies and shit,
What about
that
meat?
shit's, but that's meat ain't got no sugar in it.
I mean, I'm saying,
so
you eat that, right?
Yeah,
Like all day.
All day
You should
long.
just be
That's
on the
why I
carnivore
eat
diet.
all day long.
You should be on the carnivore diet, but
I
don't do it.
basically
Keto,
am.
basically. Yeah.
Pause, carnivore diet.
There's plenty of
All I eat-
motherfuckers that
Which
do
just
it.
makes it more
But
gangster.
you can't do it because your body gotta have carbs.
Yeah.
So I gotta have
I
my
don't know,
sugar
man.
coming up.
Yeah.
There's
So,
motherfuckers that
so I
only,
gotta
only
eat something to get my sugar up. Because if I'm just eating meat,
Yeah,
I ain't get
You need that natural
you can eat
sugar.
fruit. Yeah, you can do
Get you
that.
some apples.
So I eat a half a banana dog. I gotta shoot like my shit sky high.
Okay.
Just because, but so you do want natural sugars, but I like ho-hos.
Well, that's the
Like
thing,
Debbie
man.
cakes. Yeah,
I feel like it's a conversation
Right.
y'all have had a lot.
Like, I like that little white cake. That little white lady, little Debbie's a true.
Mhm.
Zebra
See how
cakes
much
is my
they
shit.
want for her right
I
now?
remember they used to be a quarter.
Boy, you see how much they want for? I was like
You know what's crazy?
$2.49.
It's crazy you said that, man, because I brought that up and motherfuckers looked at me like they didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
Right.
I said, man,
How old
I
was
said
that?
quarter cake, and they said quarter cake.
That was that
Quarter
long
cakes
ago.
and quarter
bro.
waters.
That was not that long ago.
That's what
bro.
I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. I was born in '90.
That bothers me. The shit from like the 90s, people are like, man, they're starting to be like 80s and 90s babies.
They was just 50
Hold
cents
on.
for like a little single cake. Now they $1.
They was a quarter.
I remember. That's why I remember when they was
2 years ago, they was
quarter.
50 cents. But
Yeah.
I definitely remember they was a quarter. But yeah,
I was fired up when I
that's why I just steal now. I just be stealing them. Yeah.
That's
From
easy.
where?
From
Schools?
everywhere, anywhere. Let me get 2 switches.
I tell you what, motherfuckers there for a minute was coming
I seen
up off
motherfuckers still down the court and he was cold. I was watching. I was like, oh, dude, no, that might be the game. That might how you fight inflation.
Hey, those motherfuckers coming up off them self checks.
Hey, oh my God, I be at the self check like put some of that shit.
I can't do it.
Motherfucker
I ain't
ring up
gonna
a
lie, I can't
Monster.
steal.
Motherfucker ring up a Monster Energy drink and walk away with a 32-foot pool.
Yes.
I be scared as hell.
I can't do it either.
I can't do it, bro. I don't steal and I don't lie.
You see, they got
You
take a
comment,
picture
you
of you,
absolutely
man.
lie.
No, I'm telling a story right there.
Okay.
Damn, you calling us a liar?
Yeah, I don't lie. I tell a story. I build on a story. It's just like saying you write a movie and it's a lie.
Yeah.
So to you, it's like exaggerating. That's not.
Yeah,
a lie.
cause and then I'm being a character too.
Yeah.
So I'm in a character form.
Okay.
I'm a movie on stage. You know what I mean? I'm a script.
Yeah.
I'm a script on stage.
Now I do take liberties and I do
Those are
make
the
it
tools of
more
comedy, right?
more whatever. But every joke I've done for the most part comes from some kind of dose of reality. You know what I mean? Some kind of truth or something I done lived or seen or whatever.
Yeah.
I've got very few jokes that are actually just a joke for a joke's sake. I got a couple, but not many. Now Tim Northern, he amazes me.
I can write a joke
That's all he has.
that is not based on my life.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear or read and think and be like, damn, this would be funny if we put this together. Or my wife can say something like, because basically I write jokes off of people I'm around. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, because we in here just kicking it, I'm like, damn, that was funny.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If y'all ain't comedians, you know what I mean? You just my homie.
Right.
Well, fuck you. That's my joke, boy. That's a comedian, boy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Hey,
So what's
that was
the
funny. I'm finna use that. Nigga, what you gonna be like? Nah, you can't use that. Well, you better get on stage and use it.
that begs the question. Hold up. How long ago or how often does somebody have to have been on stage where you can be like, all right, you a comic now, I can't use that? You hear me? What if it's somebody who's like 3 years ago, I went on stage once?
It really, well, in my retrospect, it gotta be somebody that's like, if you trying to be a comic.
Right.
But if you just in here, you my homie and shit, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then you get on stage 4 years later and you be like, hey, I'm gonna use that joke. I said,
That's mine now.
Yeah. And you tried that shit too. I be like, no, fuck, you can have it. It don't even work. Joke don't even work. They gotta try it 7 times.
I don't have nobody that agrees with me on this, so I might be on my own island, but it's okay with that.
You trying to see if we gonna agree?
No, I'm just saying you probably won't agree is what I'm imagining.
What are you batting on this first of all?
Nothing.
Oh,
Old forever. Every comic I've talked to. I don't like taking tags, man.
What that mean?
I don't.
What does that even mean? I'm
I'm with you. I don't.
I'm new.
When somebody hear my joke, be like, "Hey, man, I
You
think
should
if
do
you
this."
as soon as you say, I think you should, I already deaf eared. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear
Taking
it.
tag.
I finally, just in the last couple of years, have a comic friend that I've like helped do that for, and I've written shit for behind the scenes. If they're like, "Hey, man, you should just say this is a good tag," there's a couple of times that I'll be like, "Fuck yeah," but I always feel a little bit like I'm stealing. I don't like it.
The closest I
would
ever get to
never
that is
steal-
Deontay.
Okay.
Have you met Deontay Hobson?
Yes.
In the hang, me and this goofy motherfucker will go back and forth, and we'll both look at each other and be like, "Yo, it's a bit." And then,
Right.
but we were like, "Well, whose is it?"
Yeah.
And then we try to figure it
Yeah,
out.
sure.
But that's like the closest. But still, I always feel like what I said was funnier than what that motherfucker said anyway.
I'll never do it. I'll never do it
No.
for a premise. I'll never do it for a main
So,
punchline. But if
it's
something
just
I
like
thought
this.
of and it's a tag, all right.
It's just like that. Motherfucker give me a tag. Usually I got people that ain't comics giving me tags.
Oh, of course.
Comics, I don't know. They treat me like they don't want to fuck with me, but they fuck with me. Type shit. Like ain't nobody calling to help bite you. You know what I mean?
That sucks.
I'm the bear. I'm the human out in the woods. They all helping the bear with me.
Yeah.
Like all the comics. Like, but I got my homies and shit. My dog wanted to do. He be at everybody's show. He'll hit me and be like, "Hey, I think it'd be funny if you say this." Cause I value his opinion.
Sure.
Comics coming from their comic experience, you know, but they can help you.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody never gave me no tag on no joke.
I
Really?
tried to
Never.
use one tag once, just because I love the thought of it, the visual in my head of it. But it wasn't me, you know what I mean?
No.
And I knew like the joke, it was Cleveland. Like this is Cleveland's joke, you know. And plus, to me, if I go up there and the funniest, the biggest pop I get off a joke is some shit you gave me, man,
No,
that's gonna hurt my ego.
I
Dog. I'm
agree.
like, damn, dog. You know what I mean?
100% agree with
Like,
that shit.
he's funnier than me, and I just threw my own shit. You know,
Especially when it's a
Take it back.
tag. If it's a tag on something you came up with, like your premise, you're like, and then somebody else just put the little sprinkle on it and made
plus
it
to
better.
me, this is really my.
I
but
would
it
have
feels
said
bad,
it
though.
really though.
I
this
do,
is,
but it
this
feels
is really
bad.
my like bare bones reason for nothing else, though, man. I want to win and I want to lose with my shit.
I agree.
Because when I win, not another motherfucker
Yeah.
put that together. That was my shit.
That's why I almost.
You know what I
never
mean?
do, 'cause
I'm gonna go back and read my homie tags. I'm like, yeah.
So y'all, you don't have another comic you run your own shit by?
Who, me?
Me?
I run my shit by my wife. If
Don't.
if I get my
That
wife
makes
to
her a
laugh,
comic at that point.
if I get my wife to laugh, I'll be like, yeah, I might burn
And
that
that's
out.
hard.
I might burn that out right there because I just store shit in my brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been doing this shit for too long.
And that's hard to do. I remember going to the high horse for
I go
months.
pull out files.
And I don't think,
files.
and I don't think I've ever seen her even make a like. Not in a just looking at me. I'm like, I think
That's how I
Mikey's
used to-
wife hates me.
that's how I
dog.
used to book my
I used to feel
shows,
that way.
bro.
Like she don't even say that. She just
On my
look at
open
you.
You know what I
mic.
always do?
On my open mics, if I would ask my wife after the show who was funny, straight up, who was funny?
I do that shit with
You
my
know
girl
what
too.
I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
cause she
Now I
ain't
can-
biased.
Because here's the thing.
She'll sit down and listen to you if you funny. Bro.
Now
She'll
for the
check you out.
quality of my show that we throw, I value my wife's opinion. If she's like, yeah, that was a good show, I laughed, I liked it, I'm like, bet.
Right.
If she's like, I don't know that motherfucker, you know,
Hey,
then I'm
boy,
like,
exactly. That's the show. She was like, yeah. Because my wife's looking at the crowd too. You know what I mean? I'm trying to put people in the seat. I'm trying to make people happy. You know what I mean? Because I'm a comic. I can't fucking headline every show back to back. Because for a run, I was boiling on a button. I would headline 4 shows in a row, man.
Man, all my
You know what I
homies
mean?
that don't do comedy, when I told them we doing a show, they're like, oh, word. And I showed them like the flyer. They said, hold up. Who's this motherfucker on the flyer? I was like, it's the headliner. Why ain't you headlining? I'm like, motherfucker.
We don't know
I
what it
ran
goes
into
into.
that.
I ain't a headliner.
I ran into that like.
And they like,
my
man,
fans-
and they like, if we gonna give you $20, then
All
we
my
will see
mama-
you. Fuck that
my
dude.
fans
And I'm
wanted
like,
me to
nah.
be
I'm
doing
like,
the show.
and I'd be like, man, nah, he's dope. He's a dope comic, man. It's gonna be a good show. I don't give a fuck about no comic. I'm coming to see you. I'm like, damn.
They want
Well,
you
then I
to get
didn't
up
want
there
you
and
to
drop
see
30, 45. Like, bro.
They wanted me to headline, and I didn't even have 10 minutes.
I saw this happen once.
I do a 5-minute opener and get to a comic that got time. That's how I opened the show. That's how I hosted for months.
I saw this happen once in St. Louis, and I remember it forever because it was just so surreal. So I'm in comedy like 2-3 years at this point, right? I meet this dude on the scene, real cool guy. He was a promising open micer. He had 5 minutes. It was kind of funny, and he was getting his stage presence together. So, I befriended him. It was like you want to encourage him to keep doing it.
Mhm.
And he tells me he's got a headlining gig the next week. And at that moment, I'm like, oh, that's awesome, man. Like, what the fuck you mean? You've been doing this 3 months and you got a headlining gig.
Yeah.
So this dude was like a trust fund kid, and he didn't need no job at 24. Like, he would just travel on his parents' money and just be in different places. So to him, comedy was just like this cool little thing he was trying for a while. And he hadn't been back in St. Louis for like 5 years since college. He clearly was a frat boy and like had all these associations and groups he was with. So he played a brewery show in St. Louis to like 250 people. Sold out with him as a headliner. When he don't even have 5 minutes, and it's like a wedding for him. It's just every motherfucker he knows,
Right.
and they packed it out. So I sat here being in comedy 3 years at this point, having owned my own comedy club, and I opened for this dude who had only been doing it for 3 months.
But
And you know what?
that's crazy.
While I was watching backstage, I'm like, this is not good comedy. For someone only been doing it 3 months, it was all right. Like, he shouldn't have even been able to get through to the 20-minute mark, and he did okay. And because it was his people, they were laughing the whole fucking time.
Oh yeah.
Those people had a good time paying that ticket for a 3 month.
That was Andrew's
trash.
And I remember it forever because the comic in me was mad, right? Like, this is not how this is supposed to be. But the human in me, I was like, hey, he had a good time. The people who came had a good time.
It was
What the fuck I got to be mad about, right?
That's what this is. Shit.
That's what that's what I kept trying to tell Andrew. He was like, man, these dudes put me on shows. I said, it's because you bring in a lot of people. And that's why they're gonna be on the show.
Yes.
He was like, yeah, but he's like, man, I'm gonna put together. I was like, dog, you ain't got the time. I was like, and dude, I was like, and the thing is, your jokes, I mean, they're all right, but the thing is, you got talent, but you ain't got the material yet. I promise you. And the first time he had a show and it wasn't his squad, he learned that lesson. Learned that lesson, and I kept trying to save him from it. I was like, dude, just be easy. Now go to the mics, work on your shit.
And they got all their high school friends and their partners there. And they laughing off shit you did. You remember that one time when fell off the bike and hit his lip, and then everybody,
See, I did that shit backwards. I didn't tell none of my people to come to no show.
You remember like the high school
people gonna laugh at your shit. That I remember Willie did that.
I never told nobody to come to open mic.
Remember, like, hey, your boys out there, so you're just gonna make noise regardless. That stuff carries into it.
I never told nobody to come to open mic. I never told them to come to a lot of the shows I was on. My thing was when I hit my people up, I want to make sure I was funny first because my people was reverse.
Same.
If I'm in there, probably punk motherfucker, man, you wasting time. Man, we go to strip club, dog. What the fuck is this? Why would you bring us here, dog? Like they
quit immediately.
I'm talking about. I'm gonna have 250 motherfuckers like that at my joint. You know what I mean?
Run out of your own career.
All of us are petty. Like every motherfucker I grew up with, all we do is talk shit. So, boy, if I'm going up there eating shit, I already know. So I wanted to make sure I wanted to make sure I knew what it was.
Folks saying motherfucking saying that.
I hate inviting people.
I ain't felt that.
And I think I'm crazy because
what?
I ain't felt that.
What, your people hating on you?
Yeah.
I don't know. My people would let me know. Like, you trash.
I ain't gonna lie.
Never do this again. What was you thinking? What are you doing?
They're definitely gonna tell me when I'm trash.
Oh yeah,
I don't want.
That's good though. That's good though.
Well, that's the thing. That's why these are my homies, because they gonna tell me this stuff, and I tell them the same thing. Trust me, plenty of these motherfuckers want to be a musician a time or two.
Of course.
And here come they run me. Hey, what do you think about this track? I'm like, that ain't it.
Yep.
I would never play that in my car. I don't care if I know you. You my best friend. Never. You know. As a matter of fact, let me say a mixtape. You know what I mean? CDs I threw out my motherfucking Cutlass window when I was growing up. Hey, everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to be a rapper.
Telling me it was good?
No, this is how it is. Hey, man, come on, I want to listen to it in your car because I had the system and shit. I was like, all right, we put it in there, and I'm like, oh yeah, where, hold on, man. That shit out of my fucking CD player.
That's the funniest shit. That was the funniest shit to do in the world.
My homie came to me with a stack of flyers. He said, Jay, well, you know, all kind of motherfuckers, man, in Lexington. Because I went to 5 different high schools. So, motherfucker, they called me New Circle Road when I was in that bitch. You know what I mean? So, fucking,
city?
Yeah, Lexington. A small, not even a city, a town.
Schools in Lexington.
Damn.
She was out there doing stealing from each school,
Yeah, I never stole from school. Students, that's another story.
Yeah.
We used to sneak up in the gym and in the locker room when everybody's in the gym. We walking away with Jordans, whatever, wallets, and then of course you open the wallet like, nah, that's the homie. Don't hit him. But that dude, fuck that dude. He been looking at my girlfriend all week. Run them Jordans out of there. See, they had a door to go outside. You put a cigarette in the jam, it don't lock. So you can open it from the outside. So what we do is we get out of gym. We would be in gym first. So we go put the cigarette in there, come out of gym, go to lunch, double back, come around where all the smokers was at, and open the door, and then we out the back door. And then our school was lined with lockers, every fucking hallway, number of lockers. So all you do is go find a random locker, put your stolen goods. When they call you down, hey man, they seen you around the smoking shit, such says some shoes and some money's missing. We going through your locker. Go through it. Ain't in my locker. Wow.
Crazy.
Go through my pockets, ain't in my pockets. And then I get on the bus with it. Bloop.
I definitely can't.
One dude, dog, he was hurt. This is the worst I ever did to somebody in life, and I probably paid a lot of karma to this because I had a lot of bad luck probably right after this, I'd imagine. But I'd stole his shoes, these Jordans. I think they were 15, no, 12. I don't know what they were, but they were dope. I forget the number. I remember what they looked like though. But
I understand why this is called petty.
I bought an outfit to wear to 4th of July. In Lexington, 4th of July, you go downtown. Everybody downtown in the circle. Put the whole outfit on, and the dude whose shoes they was, I'm down there with his bitch, his ex-bitch. Oh, he see me down there. He looked at them shoes, looked at that bitch. I was like, man, you better go jump off a bridge.
Or kill you. One of the two.
Dude, just remember that just now.
You know the wildest thing
I
about
hope
that
you
shit?
see this, J-Rod.
You know the wildest shit? You know the wildest shit about that dude? I'll fast forward. I'm in the halfway house in Louisville. This dude I work with goes to U of L. He said, man, you want to go to SAC play basketball? I was like, yep. I pull up. We playing basketball at U of L. This motherfucker's running. He go to U of L in grad school, some shit. I said, ain't this a bitch? And I hear him telling the dude about the shoes.
That's that dude with the one arm. I told you stole my motherfucker.
I didn't think about that. And no matter what store,
But I'm sure I
Jay,
paid
no
my.
matter how good of a dude you are and like how well you treat people, in everyone's story with this dude, it's that dude with one hand. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's who you are to everybody.
Yeah, man.
He doesn't tell that story like, man, this asshole stole my it's that.
That's like my cousin, man. My first tattoo, I got it on my neck. And my cousin was like, you stupid, dog. I was like, why? He's like, that's positive ID, motherfucker. We rob people. I said, I'm robbing people with one hand, motherfucker. You stupid.
I'm definitely calling that out first, bro.
Now, if he calls the cops, what is he gonna say? A dude with a tattoo on his neck? Or is he gonna say the fucking one-handed dude smacked me with a ball peen hammer?
So here's my
That's
question.
what he's gonna say.
Here's my question. Mugshots are like from here up, right? So if you were ever in a police lineup, would it have to be like everybody raise their hands?
No, man. I would refuse to do it.
They don't even care about turning around. Just hold on. Let me just.
I put my shit behind my back, Jay.
Man, they cuffed me to my belt loop.
For real?
Yeah, dog.
Nah, real life right now. I got to pray for
That's
you.
hilarious. Hold up, you haven't put that on stage.
How did they do
They
it?
cuffed
I might have said that in like a riff or something.
You absolutely have to
Your
make
other
a
arm
bit.
is up to your belt loop.
Yeah, they just leave this loose.
Hey, you almost knocked me out that shit, nigga. Hey,
They
hold on.
leave this shit loose like, to be honest, I could really fight them, but
I know.
who wants to get an ass
Who
whooping?
wants to? Like break your elbow.
You know?
Shit.
How have you not written a bit about they cuffed your ass to your
I already
belt
told
loop?
him, bro. You gotta leave. I already told him. I said,
Bro,
bro,
you got
just
some-
leave all the way into that.
But the wildest thing about it is, man, I got 37 years, dog. And
Well, I know you got a story
I ain't
about
been
that
doing
motherfucker.
comedy.
I felt the
nothing but
wind
two.
from your elbow just then.
That's
Nigga.
right.
That motherfucker quick.
You know what I mean? I got 37 years of backlogs of this, like, and every new day I'm adding.
Let's slide back to the belt loop, bro. Hold on. Stop.
You know, I
got
ain't
questions
never,
too,
saying,
I ain't never
I
been
got
arrested in
questions
sweatpants.
They don't
Insanely funny
They don't
shit,
think
bro.
you could just rip that belt loop off.
That's
nigga.
exactly what everybody says, and I'm like,
Okay,
again,
I want to know.
I could, but I'm like, I'm counting.
let us go.
Little state troopers on.
They
Oh,
was like, hey, your car smell good.
how was the show?
The show was lit.
That's awesome.
My homie asked the motherfucker.
God damn it,
The
dog.
show was wild, bro. First of all, you gotta understand.
It was the
this
most
motherfucker-
peculiar
There's
show I've ever been
750
part of.
people in this town, bro. It's
Right.
right by Sandy Hook.
You want the
Prison.
entertainment for the night.
Bro, on my mama, right? We are, so they already giving us moonshine when we pull up here. They give us, he give me like 2 jars of moonshine.
Yeah,
They very
it's
hospitable.
dry.
Shares me
They
with
are very
strangers. Give me
hospitable.
moonshine, man.
They done built the green room in
You
here
already
for us.
gave me
You did what I'm
drugs.
saying? Man, you can blow in the spot. It's right across from the county clerk office.
Dude,
One
I
pe-
will trust a joint from a stranger before I trust moonshine from
Bruh.
a stranger. That
Bruh. Aaron Donald drank a bunch of that once when we went.
Boy, she
He had
was.
some strawberry
folded.
moonshine folded.
She started heckling the headliner on the show. She was, on the show she was
She
on.
was on.
I ain't never seen no shit like
She
that.
was in the audience.
She knows better than
And
that shit.
the worst part about it
Oh,
is,
shit.
I could not stop laughing.
Right.
It was mad disrespectful. I apologize, Nick Cheney, to this day for that. You
Oh,
a big
it
old,
was.
you a big old waterhead
It
motherfucker.
was
I'm
Nick
sorry.
Cheney.
I'm sorry, Nick Cheney, that happened to you, but goddamn,
Nick
that
Cheney
shit was
was doing
hilarious.
good. I
I thought it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely.
bet.
Because you a goddamn lie, he was not doing good up there. So when she started calling him home, I'm like, this bitch is drunk and out of line, but
She's not wrong.
she ain't wrong. You know what I mean? This is,
He started out strong.
I was kind
He
of,
started out strong. First of all, you gotta understand, 750 people in the
People in
town.
the town.
So how many people you think I got up this bitch? You don't know me first.
no,
of all.
but the thing is, you can't blame it.
No, we
People
had a
not
crowd,
coming.
though.
That windstorm.
You got
Yeah,
is why that motherfucker
749.
probably
Yeah.
wasn't sold.
Yeah, the windstorm supposed to have took that motherfucker off the map. We beat it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shut down Louisville for that.
Shit, they had road shut down, whole trees across
So
and
it's
shit.
so far you've been in comedy 2-3 years, right?
2.
2. So is that your best hell gig story so far?
No.
Okay.
Hell,
I've done way,
Yeah,
way.
just the
No,
worst
because the thing
nightmare.
is, for the
Oh,
people that
yeah,
was
nah.
there,
nah.
for the people that was there,
Oh, my show
and
is
just
gonna be
like
lit.
the vibe in the room, it was cool.
It was
It was
dope.
just now the trip down there was probably the most wild trip so far. Getting to a joint,
Okay,
I would say
that counts. That's
Yeah,
a
no.
good road
Respect
story.
that.
that's a fact. But nah, the show was just I mean, there wasn't a lot of people, but other than that, I mean, but that's show business.
Yeah.
Trust me,
That's
I've
so
learned
good.
that real quick.
So what's your biggest best story of just getting to a gig? Some shit going down.
That's mine right there.
Mm, I
You
tried
know
to-
that, man.
I'll tell you what, getting to or getting
Getting
back.
to
Or getting back. Either way.
I almost died in a lot of shows.
Same.
God
Then I
damn.
shout out my homie Q Smoke. You know, my dog before he was even a comic. When I went to Notre Dame, what is it, South Bend? Bro, it was South Bend, Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah, do a show.
You did a show on campus?
Nah, it was in some motherfucking big ass spot. Damn, I was like 2 years in comedy. I was just like everybody else thought I was the shit. I told the motherfucker, give me 700 for a show one time. Say, how much you going for? Give me 700. I'll come up there. About a year later, about 4 months later, I went up there to do a free open mic.
That's
You feel
That's
me? So I
comedy
went up
right
there and did this
there.
free open mic out there, and it was a motherfucking hailstorm out of this world, bro. Be like Indiana.
Yeah.
And I just can't really stop. My philosophy in bad storms is go faster.
okay.
My wife hates
Yeah,
it.
she's shaking her head immediately.
Ain't that my philosophy? I'm going fast.
Is he eating a zebra cake while he does
I am
this?
going fast. One, I am not going to be here when it get worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
I'll
stopping.
say no. If you slow down, that gets more scary.
Yeah,
That blizzard
because
or
now
some
boy,
shit.
the rain is controlling you now. I am coming through here. If we in the Lex, if we in a nice little Lex Luger with some tires, I'm trusting this Lexus and I'm rolling, boy. We going.
Okay.
So we drove for like 3 hours.
Mm.
I might
yeah.
have paused for a little bit though, because it got real bad.
I used to always do it when I worked in Georgetown. They're
I'm
like,
talking
man,
about
bad
cars just
storms.
flipped over already, and we
Yeah.
going past.
They're like bad storms are coming in. You might have to stay in the shop for safety reasons instead of going to Louisville. I said, I'd rather die on the road than
Right.
stay at work.
At
What the
work,
fuck?
boy, let me Now open these doors.
Oh my God!
You
What did you say? What you say was happening? Tornadoes.
Candle factory.
Well,
I'm
ain't you
not
seen
getting
ain't
crushed,
you
bro.
seen Twister? If there's a tornado, it's only in one spot.
Boy,
So
I'm
if
not-
it ain't on 64, motherfucker, I'm getting out there.
I'm telling you, because I taste it first of all. If they're going that way, I'm going that way. I ain't, you know what I mean?
Now,
I
if it
get
crosses
behind
64, then I'll see it. I'm like, wait.
Slow it down a little
maybe,
bit. Put it in reverse, Terry. Something going on.
Maybe I should have stayed, but fuck, we
Nah.
here now.
I'm taking my chances.
No, same. You're not gonna keep me
You
at the
got
job.
to.
Well, my thing is too, for something like that, and say it's something where you're gonna have to like bear down for a little bit. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
I don't want to be nowhere but with my shit. So I'm going to the crib.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if I ain't got no power on
Because first
nothing.
of all, my family at the crib. But if I get fucked up here, they ain't gonna know it.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to make sure they ain't getting fucked up.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I'm going to the spot, bro. Going
Yeah.
to the spot.
I
It was fucked up down the street from my house with that last storm. We really didn't fuck with us. Blew a few tomato plants on it. We did. Be a blessing.
Man, we got fucked up over here last time. We had whole trees come up out the root out here. We was out of power for I don't know some couple days. Not real bad though.
Y'all
I like it though, being
You
out
like
there
the storm?
as long as it ain't cold.
I know. Yeah. There's nothing worse than a cold front.
I like not having power.
I don't mind it going out when it ain't cold outside. 'Cause really, to me, it's just a break.
You know what?
That's a
Thank
break.
you, God.
I just look at that like, hey, well, you know
Phone
what?
finna die when that phone
What
died. You know it's over.
What LG and he said might be 3-4 days before we got power yet. Like, well, y'all said y'all want to go camping.
Yeah.
3-4 days camping. Ain't nobody going to work. All right, whatever.
They gonna have to get this
I'll start a
back.
fire.
Right.
I like it, man. This frequency that goes through all this electric. Man, like when the power cut off, you can feel it shut down. You can
Yeah,
feel
it
it
does
crackle.
give
And all that. Yeah.
I like it. I wouldn't do none of this shit. Social media, none of this shit if it wasn't for doing this stand-up shit now.
I definitely wouldn't. I can't stand it. I can't stand social media.
I wouldn't have it forever.
Mm.
And then
Come on, take the other side,
this
please.
shit.
Social. No, I can't stand it neither. But it's such a tool. You
Yes.
feel me?
You
It's
can be a
like,
fool not to use it.
it's like yeah,
I'm
it's like
trying to get myself into that.
you got
headspace.
you got to. It's like, and then too, like now, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go into learning how to actually use it.
as a marketer.
Right, right,
For
right.
real
If you
marketing
actually
tool.
look and you turn your page to these business pages,
Yeah,
and you actually look at them, they tell you exactly what they want you to do,
Yeah.
how they want you to do it, and all that type of stuff.
They be like dance,
In the
dance,
first
or do with the dance. Do what I said, do. My page can't be monetized. I got so many, and I don't even be putting nothing crazy on there. It's just like,
You can't get monetized if they think you too.
well, I don't know how they be playing with me. I guess they want you to have like $10,000 this and stuff, but I'm already getting strikes to get the little money you can get without not having all of them. I shared one little dolphin picture that had
Dolphin picture.
dolphin picture, but the head of the dolphin was kind of a vagina and a butthole.
Word.
That's
and,
it.
And
That's
my
what
white
you
friend sent me this, airdropped me this, and I accidentally shared it on Instagram.
That's
This
an
ain't-
embarrassing reason to get banned from monetizing on Instagram.
It's just like Jaws, but it's a dolphin and the nose is like, and then because you don't even notice it at first.
Right.
Instagram noticed it in 0.4 seconds, 0.3 half.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever get monetized by social media for real. We used to go ham on the.
That depends if you
Government shit.
redo the thing with the turtle again.
We used to go out there dummies thinking we was gonna wake some people up to the
Right.
truth.
100. Yep. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
called
yeah,
starting.
yeah.
And I'm talking about you talking about Facebook Jim. Boy, I was.
Y'all was on the
habitual.
Forbidden Knowledge page?
Now
What
we
you mean?
just,
dark
You was
Facebook?
out here on the woke program?
we just out here stirring shit up, posting a bunch of wild shit that you're
Dark
supposed to
LG.
post. Apparently,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
see, the thing
Aliens
is,
are real.
the thing is, I never gave a fuck about all that shit. You know what I mean? And then pop up now we doing stand up like, oh no, I kind of gotta give a fuck about that type of shit.
So let's go back. I need an example of what you was posting. Though.
So let's
Because
go
nah,
back.
you done shoved
I can't-
the cat in the toilet. They might the people don't fuck with cat
Yeah.
people.
I'm
Might look
noticing-
for your ass.
I've noticed this is
I
the
was a
first time
kid.
I've been around the two of them together. I'm noticing that he says a lot of shit that Mikey says, hold on, let's go back.
Yeah, because I got JY with my dog. I be like,
Yeah.
you know, I need to know what you was doing. Because
Because
I listen to a lot of podcasts on serial killers. Because I'm trying to catch, I'm trying to catch a serial killer.
So
was
So
trying
my
to kill
thing
the cat.
is,
So you kept this dude out of
That's why I
jail
was trying to
from the
flush
cop, and
yeah.
then you still don't trust him that he's not a serial killer?
Yeah.
What if you find out he is a
He
serial
can
killer?
help
and
me
you
catch
gotta-
one. He can help me catch
Yeah.
one, but my brain be like,
that's a
hold
good
on.
point though.
That's
for
the
real.
profile,
Yes.
you know, because you can, hey.
Dude, if he ends up being
Come
a
on,
serial killer, which
I know a
think is
dude,
like
I say-
6%
I know-
chance.
Look at my job, I be telling jokes. He definitely.
I've
killed
never
Chris
serial
Rock.
And
killed.
if he ends up being a serial killer, you're gonna be like,
I'm the
I
first
got
one
him,
to
I
call
got
it.
him
I
off from the
called
cops.
Nah, he don't check all the boxes.
No.
He don't check all the boxes.
I ain't never serial killed. I didn't try to kill the cat. That's what I'm saying. I was a kid.
He
I was
just-
trying to flush
Hold
it
on,
some like
hold on.
Mario
Now I'm-
shit.
Now I'm gonna say, let's go back. You don't check all the boxes.
He don't check all
Which
the
ones does he
boxes.
check? You didn't say he don't check any of the boxes.
He don't check all the boxes. There's a lot of boxes before they even categorize you. It might be dangerous. Get on that list.
No, so
You know
tell
what
the
I
people
mean?
which ones does he check.
Man, see, I
Tell
want
the
y'all to
people.
know how much information. You can't give out too much information.
That would
I'm
be cool.
dangerous.
That would be cover though for a serial killer.
Yes.
What?
Just
Come
doing
on,
stand
man.
up and shit. That'd be good
Y'all
cover.
see that one
One day-
movie? It's
One day he
movie
just
about
whips out his
dudes
arm
killing
differently and the
people.
whole arm comes out. He's just been
Yeah.
hiding it up there the whole
What?
time.
Wasn't
This
there
one I was
a
gonna tell you real
real
quick.
comedy to kill somebody though? I thought I heard a story about that shit.
It
But
was
like he killed somebody and he was just like performing and shit, just kept going up like
I think
nothing
that's-
happened.
I think
it's
that's the
local.
It's a movie.
I think that's the movie Joker.
Maybe somebody was telling me about
the
the
guy
movie.
local. What dude killed this girl? What do you mean?
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah. See,
Little buddy
You
killed this
I know.
girl.
I heard something like that.
The next
In
guy.
Louisville.
Yeah, I know I heard something like
Hey,
that.
I ain't gonna say his name. RP to that lady, man.
Yeah, I ain't no need to say the name. I just thought I heard the story.
A comic.
I thought I heard it on a
RP to that
podcast.
lady,
shit.
man.
I'll look that up later.
I was on this show.
Was you?
What?
What he? You know,
After-
he like
after.
you, right?
Good
That's-
Lord.
I
Good
tell you the
Lord.
funny thing is
Thank you, guys.
when I'm hanging with somebody
you,
and
God.
they
Hey.
kill somebody, I'm like, well, at least they like me.
Hey, and get what? He didn't check none of the boxes.
None. Oh,
He didn't check
no.
none of the boxes.
So you-
I'm telling you,
so
I
you're
was doing
saying-
shows with dude.
Mm.
I got pictures right now on my phone with him.
I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you after.
That was wild right there. I forgot about that.
How long ago did this happen?
Maybe what, 2-3 years ago, 4 years
Ben's
ago?
got good like
I did a-
questioner voice.
Questioner
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah, he's got a good interrogator
That's
voice.
wild.
You know?
We were talking about serial killers. I guess he wasn't serial.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the box I checked.
how many you gotta have to kill?
And plus, you know, his shit came already. We didn't even see him roll that shit though. So you might be putting
I
it on the
didn't-
wrong one.
I didn't even smoke that shit because I
He
don't.
did.
You
He don't trust papers. He's allergic to papers.
Yeah, especially
Oh,
when they come
well, he
out.
might have killed me then, man.
Rings
You
and
gotta
towels
tell
and
somebody.
boxes.
He might have killed me and my guy here, man. You need to tell somebody.
Y'all ain't now. Y'all got a slow.
What
killer.
is that though, for real? What's the name of it?
It's Lowell Smokes. I get it from Ascend dispensary.
And it's
Shout
not
out
no
to our
Delta
sponsors.
bullshit.
Shout out to our sponsors,
Real
Low
shit.
Lil Smoke. Y'all send us some
How much
packs
is one
of
of
these.
these? How much is one of these packs?
6.
$60. How many come in there?
You know,
Six.
cute little bull
Six.
in it.
Mm-hmm. And
$6
then
a
comes with
jar.
its own
Ain't
matches and
bad.
everything.
Ain't bad.
I thought you smoked one that you halfway already smoked with us. They just
Mm-mm.
shorties.
Nope.
I was like, it's cheap.
He
motherfucker.
said, "This nigga fired up this rope. She done fired the roach up."
You come to somebody's house with a rope. You could have just said you just want to smoke my weed.
Ooh, nah.
I did have one roach in
That
there.
has-
There were
that
4
has-
I like
Hey,
this. I like
that
this
has happened
package.
to
I'm
me.
saying it's dope, man. I'm
That
bougie with my
happened to
weed
me.
now.
Honestly, too, for $60,
Yes.
fancy packaging.
Yes.
Yeah, that ain't a
That's
bad
how you
little
get it. We
weed.
just living in weeds. The show weeds.
Yeah.
Fancy
That's what I
packaging.
love about comic friends. I'm about to be 40 this year. You go to other people's friends' house, like normal friends' house, work friends'
Yeah.
house. It's like I got to bring a bottle of wine. I got to bring.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Baby, what can you bake today? Like it's that type of
Yeah.
shit. You come to a comic's house,
Like,
that's all you need.
why did
Yeah.
You
everybody?
don't even need a 6-pack.
Why did everybody
You just need-
bring weed?
That is true, because as soon as you sit down, everybody fire weed up.
Yes.
Yeah.
You passed it around immediately. You don't even gotta ask them.
No, yeah. These dummies last night, I was looking at these young kids, man. You gotta teach them something, man. My young nephews out in their 20s, you know.
They
They
just
smoke
talking about young.
they-
Young. Them is old people.
There's a circle table right there, so I'm sitting there, and they all sit in a line. They're like, come over and smoke with us. I was
They
like,
didn't pass nothing.
sit at the table.
Right.
I was like, dude, you smoke weed in a circle.
Mhm.
Stupid motherfuckers. Somebody got to get up every time, or you got to pass it back down the lane.
I mean, our YouTube followers, they just watched us do this in a half circle.
Well, this is because we got a camera up there.
Man.
This ain't the natural order.
We've got somebody off camera who
That's
could
a
have
good story,
been.
Eventually, we'll just have like an AI robot with the camera on it, and that motherfucker will film us and pass the joint. And I'll have a new arm.
Oh, you can get one.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, the way this robotic shit's going, it's a matter of time before I'm gonna have to cut shit. I don't just keep them already.
There's a hole in the cup I was trying to.
Oh, damn. I don't even think I got nothing. Hold on, I'm gonna go get something.
Hey,
After
Anybody
these
need something
messages,
on that?
we right
a little Debbie cake. It ain't gonna make it past that line.
Nah,
You good. Say, well, I was a little slow with that though.
You
I
was.
don't know what kind
This
of
is
weeds
your
I put
equipment.
in there. I was like, hey, I ain't trying to say this shit. Like, I will. And I was looking at it like, yeah, let me see what this gonna do. I ain't gonna break character. Okay, yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Let's
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Throw that- hey, let's
Yeah,
throw
we
that
gotta
up
see
on
what's
there.
going on.
Got a hole in
there's a frill got a hole?
Yep.
God damn.
it.
Oh, burn a hole.
Like a fit hole.
It's like trying to play cards with my brother's kid.
Yep.
Petty Lane Podcast. Man, they brought me out here. We just done told old war stories.
Yep. That's what it should be, right?
All right, man. Well, on the thumbnail, I put for the topic comedy. So let's ride this thing out. What we got? I say we got like 20 minutes, something like that. Why don't we what we want to do with comedy, man? How about this? Everybody go. We'll start with you, round robin. What made you want to do the shit?
Lifestyle. I think about this all the time, bro. I grew up just watching stand-up comics, all the shows about them talking to each other, and the behind-the-scenes shit about what it's like to be a comic. And more than even writing the jokes and all that shit, what drew me to it as a kid was just talking about the 1 a.m. IHOP dinners after the show, and
Yeah.
all the shit about being a comic and the lifestyle of it with the travel and who the kind of people you talk to and the way you look at life and the road trip bullshit. It just all sounded like, man, that sounds like the way I want to live my life. That's where it started.
So now do you do it? How?
I hate
Still
all
the
those
fairy
things.
tale? Is it still the fairy tale you
It's an
thought?
absolute nightmare. It's a horror movie, but I still enjoy those things. Come on, man. Is there anything better than when you're out with your homies on the road show and you sleep in until 2 a.m., even if you've grown, and you can roll out of bed, you go and get some lunch and fuck
Yeah.
around, then go to the show, and go to IHOP afterwards and get back to the hotel.
That's pretty much like my every
that,
day of
man.
the week right now.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
And you already live in the life.
Yeah.
You ahead of us. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The first time somebody put any money in my hand, it was $75 for 5 minutes at a VFW show. I was the only white dude on the lineup or in the entire building and absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
And we're staying at a Hampton Inn, which is the only hotel I ever stayed in that I'll remember the fucking name of. I'm in a Hampton Inn, and he comes up after the show, and he's got the envelope, and he's giving everyone money. He gives me $75. And I think he had only promised me 20, but the show was so sold the fuck out that he just gave everybody a little more.
Yeah.
I remember when he left, just staring at the money and being like, I'm got my hotel paid for, I got money in my pocket, and I just did something I would have done for free. And I didn't know that for the next 10 years I would still be doing it for free.
For 10 years?
Low key, technically, yeah, it's been a little bit on and off with some personal shit, but yeah, I started.
All
10
in-
years ago.
Damn, I
All in
didn't know
St.
that.
Louis.
I know I should be better, right?
I didn't know that.
Every comic's like,
When I-
damn, you doing it 10 years? You shouldn't still be.
Stop. I definitely
If
didn't
I knew
know
you've been
that.
doing it for 10 years, I would never tell you to come on the
I
podcast.
don't. That's why do you think I'm telling you now?
Dude,
It's too
this is
late.
a podcast for hope.
Then I'm the wrong motherfucker.
Yeah. But all in St. Louis?
Yeah, so I guess I first got on stage in 2010. Didn't do it much for real.
How's the scene in St. Louis?
Good.
Yeah,
Dude.
Some hitters.
I started with some people back in like 2010, 11, where there wasn't a lot of underground scene. We all kind of started at the same time. We had our own shows. You already talked about how much that means. You cross promote and give each other time. And now other people want to start shows where they get on the scene. And me, late Jeremiah Reeves, shout out to my boy HD Reeves, who ain't with us no more. We were running shows all over town. Another those 5 or 6 dudes ran shows over town. And now I love it because when I go back to St. Louis, when I talk to these dudes, all the people on the scene that are like just recording specials and starting to figure out a way to leave their day job and go feature for people, and they run in the underground scene. It's all the motherfuckers I started with.
Man, that's what's
all
up.
that they run the scene now.
Hell yeah, dude.
There's I think 3. There's a Funny Bone. There's a Helium. I think there's 2 Funny Bones now in the Helium, so 3 for real clubs, and then just underground scene, still mics every day of the week, multiple, all over town. This is beautiful.
And what is it? 4 hours from here?
Exactly 4 hours on 64.
Yeah.
You don't even got to get off on an exit. Just 64 until you see the fucking arch. That's it.
Damn.
Straight up.
Let's go. That ain't bad. 4 hours. That's close. I like shooting up to Indy.
I booked dude Sean Don.
Yeah, sure.
You know, Sean Don?
Did you
He's
say
funny, yeah.
you ran a club or owned a club?
For a minute when I was young and dumb, yeah. It was called No Name Comics.
Oh yeah.
That was our underground brand that me and Jeremiah were running.
I seen that song.
Yep, we opened a club down on the south side of St. Louis. We was open like 4 months or some shit like
4
that.
months.
Yeah, man. But it was a little 60-seat room,
Yeah.
and it was in the Cherokee Street of St. Louis, which is kind of like Bardstown Road here or Baxter, something like that. And just we opened a club specifically to feature comics that were not headliners yet. So you know how features always looking to break through and be able to try to do 45 minutes? That's who our headliners were.
Yeah.
And we wanted to make sure that all of our shows were booked by people who were flexing with their time, so you could just go there and see who was next. And it was dope, man. And for financial reasons, I know it wasn't good to keep it open, but man, I loved it, and I hope to do something like that again one day. It was awesome.
What's up? Well, y'all went. The rent was too high.
The rent was too high, and when you only got a room for 60 people,
Yeah.
I realized
You
that,
gotta book that bitch every night.
and if not, even if you do, you're barely breaking.
Yeah. Y'all have a liquor license?
Yep.
Liquor, man. Y'all drink up. Get some drink going in this motherfucker.
The seats in that motherfucker were all 2000 Ford Windstar minivan car seats.
What?
Actually, if we found a dude with them, so they come with little
60
twin
of them?
sets. Yeah, we had 30 sets of 2. Yep.
Let's go.
It
That
was awesome.
motherfucker great. That sounds real
My
intimate.
club was upcycled.
I
It
like
was cool.
small clubs like that for real. That's where you get off at.
That's my favorite, man. Because everyone's
You
there.
can
is
build
just
off
there
of
for
that. Yeah, they paying attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can get comedy.
I was
off
going to
of that.
revolutionise the entertainment industry.
Yeah, with features as headliners.
Right. Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, we're gonna get up there and bomb. Goddamn.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. We gotta get 12, 13, 15 minutes, but that feature is supposed to have 20.
You know, 3 months, the best shows we had was the contest. You know, I even had to succumb and be like, man, we need people. Here, I got
We
it.
need somebody in these seats. That's all it's
All
about,
60 of them.
man. That's all it's about, man. Get somebody in them seats, bro.
What about you, Envy? What made you want to do this shit?
Man, growing up, I always was a fan of comedy. I used to be like real big on like in conspiracy theories and shit like that. So I was sitting back, I was watching this one conspiracy movie or whatever, and I heard George Carlin on there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking his shit, and it was like, you feel me? Like, that's what really made me start really paying attention to comics. Like,
Yeah.
I always heard like Eddie Murphy and saw his movies and stuff like that, but like
The ones that make you think.
Like, yeah, when I started listening to people like that, you know, like it made me like, dang, like I gravitate towards comics that are real, like intelligent and stuff like that, and how they do their delivery and stuff like that. So like, man, I always loved it for real, and I wanted to do it, but shit, I ain't know how to do it for real. I saw my cousin start doing that shit, man, and I talked to him about doing that shit.
Oh yeah.
I've been trying to fuck around up around that stage ever since, man.
When you start fucking with it?
Man,
Before the pandemic, right?
The first time I got on stage, bro, it was like the same month that my daughter was born, man. It was March 2022. It was 2 years ago. But I only did it for probably 6-7 months strong, and then I stopped. And I started back doing it back in February. I've just been trying to, work on my craft 30 cents for when I started back in February, though, I told myself I'm gonna take it serious. I'm gonna really actually take it serious. I'm not gonna just treat it like no hobby or nothing like that. You feel me? So, but it's like with everything, you a little kid, you playing football, playing basketball. Like my son, he's playing football right now. I'm bro, this is a long grind right here. If you think you're gonna get a college degree out of this, or get some money out of this, bro, you gotta be doing this for 10, 15 years, for no money, no bread.
Mm-hmm.
And I do this thing with my friends and stuff like that, cause they always be talking oh, you gonna try to get some money, they start naming all these new comics and stuff. But I asked them this question, and I asked them who their favorite comic is. Every comic that they give me, I'm telling you, every comic that they give me got at least 20 years in the game.
Yep.
At least, and you lucky to hear somebody 15 years. They can't name nobody new for real, unless it's somebody that they following on the internet on Instagram or something like that. So I'm you feel me? That's it let you know right there. Comedy's a long grind. It ain't nothing that you could just jump in. Some people, internet sensations, and they last and.
Yeah. A lot of the pros always say 10 years.
Yeah.
To really be,
you truly
be in your
bag. Then yes. That's been mine.
Yeah, not for you.
Stop and start.
You're more on the 20-year point.
30-year mortgage. 30 years. Subscribe to the 30-year mortgage.
No, but that's the way I looked at that though. Is if you think about it, that's 4 years of high school, 4 years in college, and two years out in the world.
That's a very good word.
I was so if you look at it, that's the time and dedication you put into your education and whatever career you go on, the minimum for real. Some of them go to college for God knows how long for all this other crazy masters and shit.
But you have a good point. If you're just a senior in high school, that's 10 to 12 years.
Yeah.
School, depending on what you did in kindergarten.
That's the way I looked at it when they was talking about 10 years. I was that's the way I could rationalize it. In my head, I was let's just going to school to me.
So I'm going to comedy school. You know what I mean? Yeah. I ain't getting no financial aid from it, but you paying the same prices.
100%.
Comedy is expensive, bro.
I think it's wild too. Depending on where, in comedy, restarts you. You get it's like a new birth. You know what I mean? But it's wild. But it's wild though, because if you really look at it, it really is because motherfuckers with the same amount of time or even motherfuckers the longest motherfucker, 30 years in, something like this. So even that, he's 30. You know what I mean? So it's wild though, because you get younger cats, older cats. We all fuck around with each other because it's wild, because it's almost like our age, shifted, and then we all closer to the same age for real in comedy than in life. You know,
to me it ain't about age. The moment you decide to be a comedian, I don't mean the moment you decide to go on stage, because we don't see a lot of those motherfuckers back. It's second or third or fourth time. The moment you decide, no, I'm gonna stick with this in any capacity, you enter a certain state of mind. We all joke, we call people who aren't comics civilians, right? There's a reason for that, because you look at you cool. You in the battalion. But saying because you're not. We say we are trying and failing at times to say the shit and observe things that normal people don't get to say on a daily basis. But where we are, we get to say the shit that I know all of you want to say. And it might not even work tonight, but I still got to say it and try. Yeah. The moment you enter that, you ain't like everybody else.
So I live like that.
Yes.
Every day of my life.
Yes.
Anywhere I'm at, I will speak my mind.
Amen.
And I have.
I have for years.
Yeah. But at work, you got to accept it, because I'm a comic. People at work, I work with the biggest players.
I was doing that before.
They know I'm a comic. But see, that's how I started though. That was definitely it right there. So that's what a comic is to me. Because first of all, it's a lot of shit comics. I don't mean there ain't no comedian.
I love that. I love
It's a
that.
lot of
Like,
NBA
I
teams.
love
That don't
that.
mean all of them.
Well, that's
good.
another thing. That's another thing.
You know what I
That's another
mean?
thing I was telling somebody the other day. They was like, "Well, such and such, he got like 15 years." I was like, "Well, man, just because they got a lot of time, it don't mean they good."
Yeah,
That don't mean
make
shit.
them good. That don't make them
And I
good.
see motherfuckers that ain't got a lot of time in at all that
That's fine.
that
It's
do
okay.
their thing. And I ain't
Hey.
saying it's exactly, but it's like that don't really. And and plus, what are they calling time anyways? Just because you did your first mic in the
Just
80s,
as you spoke.
Well,
it don't mean that you've been doing this shit for 30
I
years.
myself, you count stage time.
Yes.
See, that's what you count.
Stage down.
To me,
And I
count.
got years on them. I got years on them boys
Yes.
consecutively.
I
Day for
count my
day.
time from
I
the first
promise
time
you.
I went to a full week of mics.
Yeah.
Because that from
Every
then,
day. I'm
from
traveling
that-
the mics.
from that
Changing.
first week to last week, I ain't never not done it.
Nigga, Streetway put me on shows when it started that, bro. I would go to shows.
Hold up.
everywhere.
Did you say Streetway?
Yeah.
Who ran that? I feel like I fucked with
Streetway,
that back with the
my
No
homie-
Name Comics days.
My homie Streetway, he like first the
Yeah.
dude that was bringing Michael Blacks and them here. And shit.
Yep.
My nigga Rico Lovelace them.
I fucked with Streetway. Jeremiah
Nigga,
Reeves.
she's
Yeah,
still
back in
there.
back forth.
That was my dog. That nigga put me on comedy. He was throwing open mics at EJ Town.
Damn. I wonder if I was on the show with
He
you.
still
I
be
just
doing
don't know.
it. He be still be doing
What's
it.
called Gaslight Tavern. Yeah, he throw shows out. Like,
We did a couple of
Contact.
shows back in
Yeah.
Paducah. I can't remember if it was Streetway or not, but I bet you I crossed paths with
yeah,
you.
Streetway, yeah, that's my dog. He a legend out here.
Paducah. I was supposed to go over there and get on the bars.
I love them little shows. I pull up to them small ass towns and have a blast.
Those are some of the best
Streetway.
crowds to me
I thought
because
Streetway
not a lot of people bring them shit. So if you promote it right, the town will show up for it, and they're
Right,
expecting a good
right.
time. So
I
if
love
you
small
if you
towns
bring
shows,
them
bro.
good people that are
Yes.
funny, they gonna love that shit.
I'm trying to get tips, bro. Let me tell you something. Tip me out. You know, if I be throwing money at me like a stripper.
Yeah.
Take me to the old town. Take
What
me-
about you, man? What got you doing this shit, Mikey?
Damn, what? You know what? I really think too many people like was just telling me I'm funny. You know what I mean? Like at work and shit.
Mm.
I ain't
I've
never.
had a lot of liars in my life too.
Well, I was funny. I was just, bro. I was working and they didn't have me doing that, but making people laugh. I tried to create a position at this company as the morale expert. You know what I mean? I was like proving to these motherfuckers, y'all get better work out of these motherfuckers if y'all ain't have me on no job.
No.
I'm just walking up and down the line making
Just
people
morale,
laugh and
that's
shit. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So you were doing crowd work.
I was doing crowd work, bro,
Yeah.
at GE. I was at GE doing
what's
crowd work, bro. It was ridiculous, bro. And
That's
they wasn't paying much money, but they had that little glitch where you can hit that overtime, bro, and you get like 30, 40 an hour, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Double bubble, triple bubble. I wasn't doing nothing. God bless me to just realize it. I called my wife one day and I was like, I think I'm gonna do it. I didn't know nothing about it, no open mics for real. I knew what it was, but I ain't know how to go to one, find one. In the internet, I seen on my homie RP, my nigga Rico Lovelace on the flyer from Streetway, and I went to their open mic. I did that open mic at the Gaslight Tavern, and I did the show probably 2 days later at another open mic. And I did another open mic for like not 8 years straight. Yeah, I just
That's awesome.
slowed down doing open mics like last year because I'm like, damn, I gotta watch my kids.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
My son, I'm gone. I'm going to this open mic. I'm in the gym, nigga.
Now, did you actually mean that you wanted to be with your family, or you mean you needed more material? So that's why you're staying.
Yeah, nah,
Right.
that's it. Because what else you gonna talk about? You know what I mean? Besides something you know, or you research, or read.
You have to keep
Oh, you know
living
what I
to be
mean?
able to write.
Yeah, so I'm
But
like,
you
you know
need
what?
to,
I done established myself in the comedy community, so I ain't gotta be at every motherfucking open mic. You know what I mean?
I don't know any veteran comic in any scene I've ever been in or around or heard of where there's a veteran that fucks around with open mics as much as you.
Yeah,
I give you most
yeah.
props for that.
Yeah,
Most people run, and I probably will, if I ever get to that point, I'll probably be like this too. Most people, the moment they consider themselves a veteran and like they get that status, the last place you will see them is at an open mic.
I
So
don't,
good for
I'll
you,
be like,
man.
damn, don't worry.
Yeah.
Because, I ain't found my jumper yet. You know what I mean? I'm shooting my shit going down. I'm
That's
trying to shoot 1,000%. I'm trying to bat 1,000%. Trying to drop 50 in the quarter.
Mm.
So I'm trying to write that joke and find that joke that's gonna propel me to where I feel like I should be at in comedy. So I ain't found it yet.
Crazy
I'm
respect
funny.
for you, bro. For
I'm
being that
funny
way.
to
Yep.
death, bro. I get booked at private baby showers and by strangers. And I done
That's the
did
wildest shit when I seen you post that
bro,
you was
I
doing a
done
baby
did the
shower.
fucking Lyric Theater, bro, in Lexington. You know what I mean? For they told me don't cuss. I was like, man.
Was that
You got the wrong.
was that the
one.
Roots? Was that
yeah,
the Roots?
yeah,
Yeah.
the Roots thing. Dude walked up to me on stage and said, hey, I said, hey, bro, you turn the mic up, move the fuck along. All I did was say big head white babies. You know what I mean? But nah, you know, they love the show, bro. But the way they like it was sold out in that motherfucker. They had a band, but I'm good in comedy. Like I tell a motherfucker, I can go home and play Call of Duty and become great at that. Get paid off playing Call of Duty. I love comedy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I literally love comedy, bro. This is my passion,
I'll
bro.
do it to
You know what I mean? Like,
one or the other.
this is my passion to do comedy. When I was producing shows, I was kind of miserable.
Yeah.
Yes. Now you know why it's taking me 10 years, because after my club closed, I needed to like.
Yeah, I was
You're not
producing shows,
you're
I
not
was
working on comedy
miserable.
if you're putting on shows.
I
You
swear.
cannot.
You're
do
not
both.
working on good comedy.
There you go. You cannot do both.
And I was out here trying to produce a show.
I beg to
fucking
differ.
Sell
No, like I
tickets.
said,
I
I'm
was-
thinking of you as I said.
I was
Like I'm
getting
living
on
the
stage. I was hosting though. You know, I
Yes.
would host. That's why I would host
Yes.
3 years straight on them shows and shit. But I would headline. I would shoot a special. I shot 2 specials, an hour special back to back, maybe. In them years when I was producing shows in the open mic.
What you put
every
them out
Thursday.
on?
I didn't even put them out. I
Oh,
didn't
you
put
just-
them
you
out.
just
I
got
had $30,000 worth of camera in the first one. You know, them motherfuckers, and it still looked like shit. You know what I mean? So, the fuck? I paid you bums for? You niggas is doing what?
That's Tim. Did you go when we
Man,
did Tim
$30,000
special?
worth of camera in this motherfucker. I was out there dripping gold sequence jackets and
Did you-
shit.
Sequence?
Was you on the tape when we did Tim special?
Mm-mm.
And Tim hired this cat, paid him all his money, had him up there, and Tim with him, talking to him all day with him, wearing this motherfucker out. Tim sweating and shit, trying to make sure everything right. So I pull up there, he does the shit, and we leave, and Tim coming next day. But he didn't do what I wanted to do. I was like, why didn't you tell him that? Like, what you mean?
I told them motherfuckers.
And then
So
I looked
got
at
to
the
run
shit.
my channel.
Then I looked at the shit. I was like, well, I see what you're saying. I mean,
Yeah, man, I'm supposed to have some Netflix action going on that first one. Then the second one, we shot. Well, it don't, you know, it's just I don't know what the fuck they tried to do, bro. I don't know. They went too many filters. So,
I've had more trouble out of camera people than I've had anything else since I've been doing this
what
shit.
the fuck is wrong with them?
You know, well,
I
and shit.
can't stand people with a goddamn
Q smokes
Nah.
It started with Q smokes people. Lettuce.
Lord Lettuce.
This motherfucker
He
here.
just became a cameraman. You gotta see everything ain't I can
Well,
just
the
jump in it and do it.
Well, the night I hit him up, he ain't even became nothing. He showed up with the camera doing all this. He's like, yeah, man. I talked to him. He's like, man, you gonna dig it this? And I'm like, all right, bet, man. You know. And then I just don't hear nothing from him. Then I see him at Headliners. I was like, yo, man, what's up with my shit? He's like, he handed me a SD card. I was like, so you just got my shit on you. I take it home, put it in the computer. It's just him and his homies playing with the camera, fucking around. Like, I see him at High Horse. I was like, man, you know what, dog? Don't even worry about it, man.
Bruh,
You know?
I had to text this big motherfucker that was my cameraman and my homie. My homie, shout out my nigga TZ. He done put me in 3 independent movies. So I'm thinking like, okay, my nigga got the plug. You know what I mean? And he had the one movie. He had Paul Perez. That's my fucking.
Who?
Yeah, this motherfucker was the Paul. That's his name. Shout out my nigga Paul. He was the cameraman for fucking Tyra Banks. You know what I mean? So he got.
You think he's good, right?
Oh, he was cold. That's
But
for the
Tyra, though,
movies.
Tyra,
no,
though,
I didn't have him.
You can make
TZ
Tyra look good on a flip
had-
phone, though. You know what I
He
mean?
had his other partner, but that shit was trash. I was asking for that goddamn shit. I'm like, God damn, when y'all gonna send me the special? You know what I mean? Man, they sent that shit to me. I was like,
Yeah. Then there's one cat, I sent him the shit, and he just don't never send it back. I'm like, the fuck, why would you keep it? What the fuck do you want with this? You know what I mean?
motherfuckers be like, I get busy, I got more work. I'm working. They told me I'm working on this. Nigga, what?
This motherfucker probably chopping me up, making me a TikTok famous and is
You
eating
gotta
off
watch
of
them.
it, motherfucker.
Africans be doing that. You gotta watch that. I'm telling you. Africans ain't playing with you, boy.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Had to run to about my spot. Like, hey, bro. Y'all gotta go without that motherfucker recording. I look up. I told my homie, my white hand man Randy. I told him I'm gonna make him my left hand man, maybe my right hand man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him, bro.
I can't be nobody's left hand man.
I'll make you.
So-
I'm your left. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you my
Me and Mike gonna come together like Voltron.
Hey, these Africans, bro, they would record everything, bro, in the open mic, taking pictures and shit with Randy down. I looked on Instagram. I followed their page on Instagram. Now Quincy told me. Quincy hit me. They had a sweatshirt they was selling. The African mama and the African son right here holding Randy.
No.
Randy was in the middle, and they wanted $140 for this sweatshirt.
What the fuck?
That's the funniest thing.
Randy was on the shirt.
Randy, him and Uncle Randy, him. Because they was out there singing. He would be out there singing.
I want to see this.
So what they
shirt.
say, Randy was famous or something?
We was in the way back before, so all the way in the back of the club. We was already back there.
Way
you know.
back.
They would just come do to every open mic.
You talking about the dude with the cowboy hat?
No, the motherfucker.
The
my
couple?
nigga. He was kept saying he offended me, bro.
It was him and the woman.
Yeah,
That would always
the lady
come.
would come dressed
Every
as
now
a-
and then he would come with a cowboy hat. I remember him.
Like he was with his mom and she would be dressed as the American flag or St. Patrick's Day and shit.
Yeah, they was
She
horrible.
was like,
They was
they
selling a shirt for 100 and what?
140 on Instagram. Because I was on stage and I'm running through some bitch and shit. And I just see him keep going. I'm like, nah, they might be selling these videos in Africa, boy. Hey, that they had.
So did you buy one?
He writes song. He out here think he rapping and stuff.
Yeah.
They got Go. What's their name?
Mhm.
Go or something. They
After
had
I seen them before once, and ever
Goki
since
Doki.
then,
Goki
when
Doki,
they would go
boy.
up,
Oh my God, Goki Doki.
Goki
I haven't seen
Doki.
her in a couple
I
of years.
had, and her son,
Yes.
what's his name? Is he Doki?
Yeah, man.
I had to tell quit saying nigga.
You've seen it before?
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
Kaiju, couple of once or twice.
I had to tell them quit saying nigga. Hey, bro, cause you ain't
I
from
followed her.
you ain't from the culture, bro. You got a whole goddamn tent or whatever hood, or you got somewhere you can say where your family's from and shit. You ain't from the hood, nigga. You ain't out here hollering. He was saying my nigga, my bitch ass niggas. I'm like, whoa, hold on. I don't even think you're using this right. He was calling the whole crowd bitch ass niggas. I'm out in the back
No,
smoking,
man,
and I'm
I
like,
think-
hey Hillary, y'all get this motherfucker off the stage,
I
bro.
think Q Smoke told him that phrase, and I think he ran with it.
Yeah,
I think somebody gave him that. You know, like
he
don't better
wasn't
say it's just
trying
gonna
to,
hit.
bro. He
You know
was
what I mean?
saying
He went ham with it.
He was like, my niggas.
No, I ain't gonna
I
lie.
was like, bro, nah, you ain't really shouldn't even be saying it, bro.
He be drunk.
Nah, you African.
He just don't.
Like a,
Like I said, he
I
don't
don't
know a
know
lot
if
of English, so I think that's just like one sentence he got down.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
I'm gonna ride with this.
he's like, I'm gonna see if it catch on. He got
Yeah.
his mama over there recording. They going viral. Shit.
Selling $140 hoodies.
So I go find it. Bitch on Instagram.
I guarantee you that
I really
that
want to
hoodie's
see that.
for sale on Instagram still.
That shit was too. Yeah.
I need you
Steal.
to know all I'm going to think about the rest of
That
this
shit
week
is
is
too
how
funny.
I found this
I
fucking
need.
sweatshirt.
I said, I told your
I wanna
motherfucking
know.
ass. Quit letting them folk record our shit, boy.
Goki dope. Yeah. No, I seen him one time at 21st on a mixed mic, and I roasted
Oh my
him.
God.
And then everybody looked at me like I was fucked up. Like, did you not hear the shit? Like, y'all gonna look at me like I'm mean? That shit was terrible. Like, what the? We're comedians. What the fuck? Fuck
Boy,
you for
I
not.
tore their ass
Fuck
up
you for
every
looking
time.
for judging me.
I tore their ass up every time I got up behind them. Like, I'm gonna have to cut that shit out. That shit right there, it can't be tolerated. That was horrible.
I mean, wax. You know what I
Can't be
mean?
tolerated.
They kept coming
The
back.
worst thing
Hillary them was like, they had one little ice song. They had one little ice song.
No, I didn't.
Like,
No.
Yes, that's what I followed, bro.
Yeah, one little
I
hot
got you.
song. Yeah, one little So, I don't know what it was. Something pop.
What cracked me up the most, especially the hipster room like Kaiju, is this. The crowd was mostly white, and so everyone
The white people love it. The white people going ham. So
because white
y'all
people
feel-
don't.
they're
Because
like,
white
oh
people,
no, should we cheer? Should we not? We don't want to offend them.
Right.
Yeah,
That's the
goddamn.
only reason why.
Yay!
And I have to come up and like capture that vibe instead of be like, can we just all talk about what the fuck we just saw? I don't care who you are. That wasn't good.
No.
No.
I'm like, who
And
keep
you
letting these
can't-
motherfuckers up here?
And you can't put that
They're like,
on.
yeah.
And
yeah.
you can't put that on Hoogies worldwide. That is a small particular sect of hoogies that will sit there and allow that.
They allowed it.
I promise you.
Do you know?
You take that shit to Bullitt County, that ain't happening. They ain't getting them songs off. They ain't getting them songs off in Bullitt County, dog. I promise that ain't happening. I went to Bullitt County. I had to quit a job in Bullitt County. I was like, I can't even deal with the racism. Like, it is insane. Everybody, they kept switching me working with different people for this phone company. And everybody, second, third word out of their mouth, hard R. I was like, yo. I was like, take me back to the shop, dog. You know what, man? Nah, man, that ain't happening. I'm gonna kill you today. Is this what we doing now?
You know what's crazy about that?
I got you looking up Goki Doki. I don't know.
You know what's crazy about that? That means that a lot of the white people who go to her shows go to the office the next day and they're like, man, I went to this really cool underground show with alternative music. You should check it out. Who? Oh, it's this woman named Goki Doki. You wouldn't know her.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, white people are using this woman as, I'm cool. You don't know her yet.
Exclusive. You ain't up on this yet.
Exactly.
Bullshit.
One of them dudes
They
does
go in
house
that
music.
motherfucker and be like,
I'm gonna dub it.
Yep.
I'm gonna make it my own. You know what I mean?
Not my wife at home.
Y'all like that house music? I can't stand it.
What is house music?
Like rave
Any
music.
kind of EDM.
I hate that shit, man.
Where is that some beat and shit?
I don't like it.
White people rave music, like that shit. Like all that. No.
Didn't Drake make an album like that?
I think. Apparently Waka Flocka's killing it doing that shit.
Is it?
Yeah, that's where he been at doing that shit. Apparently.
Like you was mad, yeah, nigga been doing that.
Yeah. Him and randomly enough, DJ Who Kid. Remember 50 Cent's DJ G Unit back then?
DJ Who Kid?
Yeah.
Nah.
I was like, and Little John, but that kind of makes sense.
They're opening for Goki.
Just because like that crunk music
I
was
was
already
gonna say,
kind
that
of
whole
turned up.
vibe though is
I gotta be high.
But
I probably
you
can take it.
No,
But
that's
dude, I
that's
never
like
took
a
none of them.
cocaine high. That's not. I don't want that shit when I'm low. When I'm
That's
chilling,
like a
man,
mushroom
no,
high, I
no,
thought, type
Don't let
shit,
me
man.
drunk
Yeah.
acting like that too though.
Cocaine
true.
high, that's too much coke for me.
Nah,
to
to
listen
me,
I don't
that.
trust a motherfucker.
To me, the
No
mushroom
heart gon'
music.
bust.
Yeah.
To
I
me,
think
mushroom
so.
music's live. I got like live instruments when you walk in shrooms.
I don't want to hear it at all. I want to hear
Oh, let me tell you some fucked up shit. So we over at the water park, right, in Dollywood, and I'm on this tall.
What the fuck
talking
does it have to do with your
tall
elbow?
ass
What does it have to
fucking
do with your elbow?
water slide. You know them ones that go like that, just straight down.
my back on one.
I'm on one of them. Well, I took a mushroom for a winter, this motherfucker, right? So I climb up there to the top, and that motherfucker kind of hit like about damn near close.
Fuck.
And dog, I got up there to the top, and I
Good.
looked down at that motherfucker. I was like, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna happen, Jack. And I just grabbed the motherfucker and was gone. I thought I died. I hit the end of it. I was like, oh, I made
You
it.
like roller
I
coaster?
made it.
You
I
get
do.
on that one
I
where
do,
the
yeah.
flow just drop out? Is that at Kentucky?
Yeah.
Kingdom?
Yeah.
That's that Kentucky King?
motherfucker is
Yeah, I love that
You
shit.
done got on it?
Just the
Yeah.
tower, just the one.
And the door just pop, slap out?
It's like you stand on that motherfucker.
Oh,
it's
the
like
capsule.
You shoot,
Yeah.
it's like the shoot under your feet. And that motherfucker just disappear and you fall.
Talking about that slide.
Yeah, man. That
Dude,
shit-
there's one in they do one at
that
Universal.
shit's insane.
There's a
Fuck
Volcano
that.
Bay, I think there's one at Universal. It's like Polynesian themed, right? The whole water park.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I'm ever doing one of these capsules when I drop the floor out. So I'm standing in there, and just to build it up, they've got this like dun 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 dun, like these Polynesian drum music, like building the suspense. So I'm sitting in here like just trying to scared to begin with, and now I'm just hearing this Moana dun 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 dun. I'm like, just drop the fucking floor already. Dude, and it hits a crescendo, it stops, and you're like, oh shit, and you're gone.
You ever
It
bungee
makes
jump?
it stressful. Nah, no.
You ever done
interest
that?
in
I want
bungee
to.
That's just fun.
You never done it with your dreads?
Just do it your ears.
Just try-
your
just-
motherfucker. The tight bungee jump.
I did that shit in Florida one year.
Bungee jump, what you talking about? Like a cliff or out?
Nah, one of the things where they set it up, you know, in the
I
park.
don't know if I would do it. I don't know because I know seen a lot of people not come back.
I don't understand how your body can go through the snap at the end. That's
Yeah.
I see
I don't
it with
understand
Oh, I
how
like
the
that though.
rubber
It's
band
just
you on, like, is
Yeah.
it
It's
dry
like- I think
rotted?
it's
Is
the
it dry
band
rotted?
is-
I think
created
I want
for
to
that
jump
shit.
out of plane. I don't
You
want
pretty
to
much do it twice because when the rubber band catches you the
And
first
go
time,
back up
you go almost all the way up to where
halfway.
That
Jumped
don't,
off
it don't
of-
hurt at all when
No,
you get
because it
there.
just slowly does
I'm
it.
talking about the first drop. Nah, it's
That's,
snatch
that's
up.
what scares the shit.
Snatch up.
Like
Organs up
when you like right when you about to like think like you got a rope, it just grabs you and
Was that-
shoots you back up, but it ain't no jar, it just like
Where you
fucking
was at?
snatches your
Where
ass
you
back
at?
up. Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Big
Oh,
Kahuna Water Park, as
Oh,
a matter of fact.
yeah. So it was like, if you died, you'd have got some money.
Yeah,
You just didn't tie yourself off a bridge.
Yeah. My parents still went and got a 2-handed key.
It was on-
it was on the bridge? Did you did it on the bridge?
Nah, it was like they built this big ass fucking like scaffold.
It was
I
like,
was
you could've
just
got-
telling someone the other day, I've reached a point in life where I don't want to do anything that if I die, my family don't at least get paid
What?
for.
No.
If I don't want to just do
I wanna
something
get
where,
paid
oh,
for-
you did? You signed
There's
a
a
waiver.
possibility
Sorry.
of you
Like,
dying.
right.
Yeah,
no.
you done signed out. I want to
Nah,
get a little money off my
that's-
shit. I want to get a little money.
I might need to write a bit off that.
What's
'cause
the
that's
whitest
what
shit you
cut
done?
off of what I do. Look at his shirt, bro.
I'm trying to go dig deep. I'm trying to see if he's checking his
That's
last
a
box.
dirty ass shirt. I didn't even know it was dirty.
Oh.
He got one, but my
Nice
last
callback.
person,
Nice
he done
callback,
brought
yeah.
me here. I'm trying to check my last box before I get up out of here and I can make
I don't-
my final decision.
Man, you gonna
I don't
go
know.
behind this?
I don't know exactly.
We got a few boxes checked. It's
Yeah.
evident.
He makes a good point. Does any white dude know? Does any
Well,
white
it's too
person know
far.
what their
But
whitest
some white
moment
people
was?
don't know
No,
that.
that's
They
all.
don't. I'm telling you, I got a top 20 white friend. Everybody. I have
20.
seen the whitest of shit.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I'm
My
sorry.
brother is white. Like I've lived with a white man. Pause. Hate that we at this point in
We are.
social media society.
The following you're about to watch.
No,
The way you know did it. Nigga. My brother, bro, I done seen white shit. What's the whitest shit you done did, bro? Come on, Clark.
I mean, probably bungee jumping because
you
I
know,
don't, none of my so-called black homies have done that.
What so-called black homies?
I don't
What's this? Do I want to know?
I don't
What
like.
up? Your real black homies have done it? But
No,
the so-called ones ain't.
no, man. There ain't no real.
What
there ain't no-
category
there ain't no real
am
white
I?
black people.
Oh, what category am I?
We
Got him.
You
got-
so-called.
I'm so-called. I've never bungee jumped, so that's a true statement. You rocking one for one.
You know? Nah,
Did you
man.
just check the last box?
I don't like.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
don't like
like
that.
the terms. I don't like the terms.
You know, like the term
Black and white.
Oh, yeah.
It's goofy to me, and it's terms of separation. But since everybody follows that narrative,
Yeah,
then
it's
I just
almost
say
over.
I say so-called.
It's almost over. They almost got it. They
My
gonna make everybody light skinned, bro. It's gonna, they almost
New
there.
Albany is for a fact.
It's almost there. I'm telling you what God love. Everybody gonna
New
be
Albany's
light-
going to
everybody
set the
gonna be
Guinness
light-skinned.
Book record for the most Jadens in the population. That's a
Most
goddamn fact.
Jaden is a big kid name.
Jaden and Camerons, there's going to be a slew of them. It's going to be a
A
wave.
good Seth, a good
That's
Seth.
funny.
A Seth is good.
Seth just kind of started showing up with the Currys, though, for real. 'Cause Seth has been historically a corny white dude.
Yeah, but they just popped in themselves.
You know?
Ain't nothing like them Jadens.
Jaden is
Jalen.
You got those Jalen in there too.
Jalen.
Jalen in there too.
All I know,
Everybody gonna be light skinned, bro. So you couldn't. They'll get rid of that.
I mean, you know,
What's the? I'm saying stereotypical like white shit. Have you
Like I
been
said,
cow
like-
tipping? I know you're a different
No.
breed of white. I know you hungry.
Kayak.
You heard, hold up. You heard about the
Kayaking.
snapping turtle on the stump. right?
Yeah, that
That's
was pretty white. That was pretty white. That was a
He was
kid
6.
white.
It started
I
that
want-
way.
I wonder if you like feeding the motherfucker, like here taunting it. You probably was taunting it. Was you jabbing it?
yeah. I'm trying to get
one
the
time.
I was trying to get the hot tour on the end of my show.
What was the over under on how long we get before somebody said that shit?
Ah,
God
damn,
damn.
that's crazy.
I just heard she's getting into comedy. Is that real news?
Well,
Yeah.
it is.
Fucking hell.
But,
She probably gonna make a bag
She's
too.
good.
Of course she gonna make
she's
a bet.
straight already. Your boy already made a song about it. Name Hot too.
Shit, Chris Harvey did a promo for our show at Hawks with a Hawk Tour reference.
Well, then you
Like,
have to.
There we go.
I mean, you have to.
We in there.
What's
We
his
in
name?
the ether
What's his
now.
name? The Florida nigga that's funny.
Who?
Oh,
Cam
you
Patterson?
Wow, man, he's not a comedian. He's a rapper. He made part, but he be funny.
Oh, Plaz
Plaz
made that
just
song.
dropped
Yeah,
a
I just
Hot
heard
Tour
that.
song.
Yeah. I
Hot
just,
Tour
matter of fact,
song.
man, we can push. Nah, I ain't doing all
Yeah,
that. I ain't doing all that.
he just
But we could
dropped
do
one.
that.
Hmm?
Hot tour.
I'm telling you though, that viral shit. The thing is, man, you gotta turn your life into the Truman Show.
That's what you gotta do.
You know what I mean?
I do
That's what you gotta do. You gotta record everything. So
Yeah.
I was misunderstood, and I recorded most.
This is why.
No, every time I get on stage, I record it for the most part of the time.
I do that.
Right.
At least
From
the audio.
beginning.
I tried, but then
From
you
the
deal with a
beginning.
couple lettuces, and you're like, all right, fuck it, dog.
No, I just recorded from the
Right.
beginning, bro. And it, you go back and find gems, bro. Because comedy, jokes ain't never dead, bro.
Yeah.
You keep writing and rewrite a joke.
Did you
just
did
more
you have a
real
comic that you like fucked with growing up and shit that you just like watching?
Yeah, I listen to, come on.
Who was like you got one you
Pryor, bro.
you got like an
Listen,
influence?
Richard Pryor, bro.
Richard Pryor?
George Carlin,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Ernie Mac, just all the greats, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't really know like Martin Lawrence and all them, they wasn't. That was before them type shit for me. I
Yeah.
watch Martin and shit like that, but
I only seen Martin on the
Eddie
movies.
Murphy was hilarious.
Martin's comedy
back
back in the
then,
day.
bro. I went to Red Fox, bro.
Well,
I
in
listened to a
Lexington,
lot of
Louis,
Red
baby.
In
fucking Fox,
Lexington,
baby.
in
Come on,
Lexington to
man.
watch Def
Red
Comedy
Fox and
Jam.
Dick Gregory
Fox,
from St. Louis.
Dick Gregory,
Yeah.
bro. They go fucking monsters, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but in Lexington to watch Def Comedy Jam, you had to have like the cable channels. So
Yeah.
I ain't know nothing. About Martin came on regular cable. That's the only way I knew that motherfucker
Like
was.
when
No, I
Def
came to
Comedy
Martin-
Jam
I came to Martin
was
late.
coming on and shit, that was like, I felt like them was people trying to make it too, though.
Yeah,
Still, you know what I mean?
absolutely.
Because that was Bob Sumner, nigga, that was putting them shows on with motherfuckers. They was good. They was great. They was still trying to make it. Kevin Hart did that shit. You see, he just made it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
People don't understand that.
He just made
was
it.
in the
Now.
game
He
like
was on
15
fucking.
years.
Yeah,
He
dog.
was on that show.
Plus, Kevin Hart comes from one of the dopest fucking like
Yeah.
schools of comedy
Yeah,
you could
he
ever go
had
to.
that. He had the.
He's sitting at that table in New York with Patrice, Bill Burr,
Come on,
Well, he
fucking
was
Rich
Philly.
Voss.
He was Philly.
Yeah, come on, bro.
But he had to go to New York to perform. He didn't make he performed in Philly for enough for what's his name, the dude that had the stroke, Keith Robinson, to see him.
Yep.
And then as soon as he seen him and Big J was. Phew.
Okay.
That's why he was on Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn. Like that motherfucker was around hitters.
Yeah.
I love
He
that.
definitely was.
My favorite
That's
story,
a
and I'm about
He
to do
definitely
this.
got molded. He definitely got molded and
Yeah.
was able to.
One of my favorite stories about that shit back then in that table, because they had one table where all the killers
That
sat and they just
table
would
was-
bust each
yeah.
other's balls all night. But Kevin Hart was eating shit on stage. Patrice O'Neal threw a fucking phone book on stage and said, read something out of that. It's better than anything you fucking did all night.
Dope, boy.
So
Patrice my goat.
I decided
Patrice is high up there for me.
I decided the other day, one of our early week mics at the club, we gonna do a phone book mic. And if you up there with that bullshit,
You're throwing a phone
you can get a phone book on that stage.
I respect that.
We ain't playing with it. I'm gonna get a printout of Patrice's face and I'm gonna tape it on the front of that phone book. Wow.
People
If
sleep
that
on
phone book on there,
Patrice.
go and put that mic back in the stand, play it.
You know my favorite thing whenever you meet somebody who, civilian, they just ask you like, hey, who's your favorite comic or who's somebody you watch? Everyone always says the big names. My favorite answer to that for someone who's not a comic is tell them, go watch Patrice O'Neal Elephant in the Room.
Boy, come on.
You feel like you educating somebody,
on,
right? Because you know this motherfucker hasn't
That
heard of it.
motherfucker.
Watch Elephant in the
art.
Room.
That motherfucker's a masterpiece.
Dude, I
bro.
sit
The
back.
way he used silence, the way
That
that
motherfucker's
he
a masterpiece,
just
bro.
beast mode.
If I'm on a long road trip, now I'll put on his clips from Opie and Anthony.
Sure.
That
Yeah.
Hey,
Absolutely.
He had me
His
crying.
whole
but
career.
like, I don't like ranking comics because I don't really. Hey,
Nah.
I don't even know comics.
But
like
I think it's interesting to see the
No,
people
I'm
influences.
down.
I don't
are.
really watch comedians because I don't subconsciously want
Same.
to take a motherfucker.
Same.
You know what's wild? My whole life, I love stand-up specials. I love when
But
they
you
dropped.
stop-
It was like an
but
album.
You stop once you
What?
perform.
As soon as I started getting into it, man, I quit watching that shit.
I
I'm
just
like,
watched
no.
one though. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out that nigga Marlon Wayans. That nigga dropped a banger.
Good one.
Bro, dropped a banger.
I'll be
Marlon Wayans got the
I'll
hot
watch one
special
for
out
somebody.
right now.
If it's somebody I really want to
Netflix?
see, I'll watch it.
Have you seen the
Prime.
one, the God Loves Me one? Have you seen that one?
Is that Marlon Wayans?
Yeah,
Was it new?
it came out probably like last year.
Okay.
Is that?
You got to
I
see it.
seen both of his.
You might
This
got-
one.
you might got one that he just did too. You got to see it.
Is it called God Loves Me? I know this one right here. You just talking
Nah,
about.
not the one. Not the one that just.
No, I ain't seen that
I'll
one.
have to check. I'll have to check that out.
This one I just seen. That motherfucker was ignorant.
What did Keenan Ivory end up doing? after he produced and directed a whole bunch of shit. I ain't heard his name behind something.
Keenan Ivory.
Keenan Ivory Wayne.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Wayne brothers.
The big one.
Yeah, he old. We won it.
More
Yeah,
like
but
like
look at-
like-
He's smiling
last
because
15 years.
he
what's
said,
he been
nah, he just probably
Yeah,
dropping
good
shit under a production company
Okay.
name and shit. They ain't gonna say his name no more.
Is he still behind all the
Sure.
siblings? Still behind Kim and all them?
I'm sure.
Plus
yeah.
you got to look at it too, man. Like they on grandchildren in movies now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damon Wayans Jr. and shit. So
Yeah,
Keenan
yeah.
probably just he probably see. I'm sure he push a pin, make some phone calls,
Nah,
set some
nah,
shit
I
up.
still
dog.
think he probably just like own production companies and shit too.
Well, that's what I mean. He behind the scenes,
Yeah.
but he good. You know,
That's a good question. I wonder if he.
After In Living Color, he did some movies.
But-
man, I love
Well,
that
Marlon
shit.
produced his own show right here, though. So we grown now, big bro.
That's right.
You know, I got my money. I don't need you to produce my show.
Absolutely.
I can
Yeah.
produce my own show. You know what I'm saying? So
I never seen
in
none
that
of the footage.
retrospect, like he ain't really out here dropping movies. And
So it's
running-
basically what you do for Q Smoke. That's where he's at.
yeah, that's where he at. He grown. He can produce his own shit. You know what I mean? I
Cool.
got his foot in the door, and he's doing great. You know.
I never seen none of the
Okay.
footage, but apparently they all went on a run and did stand up together, like Sean, Marlon, and Damon. Like they was all, and they would rotate who's going in what spot.
Kim,
Bro,
and
that
shit.
shit's hard. They hilarious, bro. They hold
I don't know, maybe no, it was just them. It was just them three, I think.
Sean.
Kim,
Sean, Marlon, and Damon Wayans. They all went on tour. It was like this. I think it was. That might have been before
Damon's
the
funny
pandemic.
on like in sketches. He was funny on In Living Color, and he's funny in movies. I don't like
Hey.
stand-up
You
very much.
know seen this stand up?
Yeah, some of it.
I seen one good one, but it was all just like TV jokes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not really my thing. He's a great comedic actor.
Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah.
Marlon, I like Marlon.
And two,
Marlon
back
the
then,
truth out here.
it was a whole nother game, you know. Back then, everybody wanted them TV sitcoms.
Marvin
So
said
everybody was kind of a little bit more corny, you know.
That's true. That's a good point.
And then of course you had like the outlaw motherfuckers that like the funny thing is like motherfuckers now that are just like you would just be like, yeah, it's just like stand up comic. They'd be like, oh, that motherfucker was wild, you know.
That's
What I mean?
true. There were so many clean comics back then, just trying to get that 30-minute sitcom deal.
Yeah.
I
I would have never made it in that landscape.
Motherfuckers trying to get on primetime TV, man.
You'd have been Sam Kinison.
You've been Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor just
Right.
embodied Bill Cosby to try to roll there. He did the Johnny Carson show. You know what I mean? He definitely
don't-
did clean.
People
I'm not-
don't know Carlin and Pryor both did that.
Come
You
on,
can find
man.
those old
Carlin,
clips of
come
them
on,
with the
bro.
parted hair, and
Yeah.
they'd be like, what
Yeah, I
is
study
that?
comedy
Yes.
now.
I've seen
I
that
don't,
shit.
so I don't need to go see
seen
no
this?
new comic and watch
It's
no
crazy.
new comic because ain't nothing that ain't been done.
One of the
Under
most-
sun.
Now the only time I watch a special is somebody I'm just like
I wanna
genuinely am a
hear it.
fan
Hey,
of. You
bro.
know what I mean?
Marlon Wayne smoked that motherfucking special.
But I tell you
I
what.
cried and laughed in this man's special.
I tell you what,
You know what I mean?
That's what's
That's
up.
what comedy's supposed to do.
I'm gonna check it out.
Comedy's supposed to make you be open.
Yes.
You dig?
Vulnerable.
that made me think of a good question actually. What comic have you ever seen? Would you say is crushed the hardest when you sit and watch them live?
Live
Yeah, you got one that stands out. You're like, oh, that motherfucker just devastated that room. You got one,
that I've seen live or heard.
just
heard
like you
live.
was sitting in the audience and they just fucked that room up. I'm talking about you just sitting there and like
R.I.P.
as an audience member.
R.I.P. a buddy of mine named Matt Collins, who ain't with us no more. But he taught me anything I know about stage presence and how to be like a likable character in those pieces outside of the writing and the delivery.
Yeah.
I've seen this man kill in rooms to 2 people. I'm not lying to you. Right?
No.
I've seen this man kill for an hour. It's a small town bullshit gig that was like a 500-seat theater where literally 2 motherfuckers showed up. And this was a small town where we were the only shit in town, so it should have been better. Cairo, Illinois. I actually remember what fucking town it was in.
Man.
And only 2 people showed up. And of course, me and the other openers are like, well, this doesn't matter. We'll try some new shit. Fuck all this. And so we just go and pretty much bomb like you would expect the 2 people. And I hear Matt be like, nah, these 2 people came and they paid for
I
this.
gotta get this
And I'm
work.
the one that they saw. They're going to have the best time of their night. And he just sat down on a stool and basically had a microphone conversation with these 2 people. And he slaughtered them for 45 minutes
See, nice.
in a room that was supposed to hold 200 people.
That's exactly how I started rocking with
Just-
small rooms like that. Like fuck trying to like give you the set performance
Come
shit.
on, man.
I'm gonna sit down and we gonna have, and through this conversation, I'm gonna slide these jokes right in
That's
there.
why
He
comics-
knew that,
that's
and they
why
were
comics
lifelong
bomb
fans.
a lot.
You know.
Yeah.
Because they can't read the room.
Yes.
That's why comics bomb most of the time.
That's definitely me though. To me,
they coming out here trying to say this shit that they know they looking right there at them folks and it ain't finna work.
I'm not gonna lie to you. My favorite thing, like the dark part of me that just likes watching like other comics go through shit. Like we all have. My favorite thing is to watch a comic who is new and is just killing it at club open mics, and then watch them come to High Horse. That's my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Any real room where you have to read it, you gotta understand all that. And they're like, "What's wrong with them? My shit's not working. That's their fault." I love that. That's my favorite thing.
Never the crowd,
watch that karma.
I've seen motherfuckers refuse to go up at the late mics. Like, nope.
A lot of people.
I've seen people that are good comics be called out by the hey, you want to do something? Nope. No. You got to be a different animal to go in there on them late mics.
That's why I respect you. You are past the level where you have to, and you don't just come to play chess and fuck around. You go on stage.
I go up there and smoke us. You know,
no, he does a lot of chess and fucking around.
That's my main thing right now.
You
I'm a
right.
professional bullshitter. You dig what I'm saying? So they allow
That's a fact, though. I see motherfuckers finesse a state trooper right out of jail town. So yeah, he's right.
When you have those people on the
scene, I did it with my wife. She'll say the same thing. I told the state trooper, "Hey, my wife's driving this car. It's mine. Don't even talk to her no more."
Word.
Right hand to God, 3 a.m, and I had Uncle Randy in the back.
No, he was shitting bricks.
He was shitting bricks. He turned to a straight black man.
Yeah.
Hands was on the motherfucking roof. He couldn't find his license. All kind of nigga shit. He was moving around a lot and shit. He gonna roll down his window. He showing shit. I'm like,
you need to put up a picture of Uncle Randy
bro.
in the podcast.
Right.
Because they
had us on the side of the road. Me, Quincy, my wife, and Uncle Randy.
Hell yeah.
They found liquor.
What about you,
weed,
man?
Guns.
Who have you seen just live? You got one a memorable one that sticks out more than anybody that you've
like
seen?
Like a local person or?
Nah, I'm talking any show you ever been to. It don't matter who. It could be a local person. It could be whoever.
I've seen a lot of local motherfuckers crush.
But I'm just talking about just like you in the audience. You ain't on a bill. You just watching for as a lover of comedy's sake, and you just watch them like crush. You ain't got that one dude stick out in your head.
I'm pretty much the best I've seen.
I like that answer too, guys. I ain't mad at that.
You set that up perfect.
Hey, we gonna clip that.
I be out of body. I be out of body when I be on stage, bro, and I be sitting there in the audience and trying to make myself laugh.
Yeah.
Because that's my whole thing. If I make myself laugh, come on, man. I'm a cool motherfucker. There's a lot of cool motherfuckers in the world. If you're a cool motherfucker and I think it's funny, you should think it's funny too. So
right.
That's how I try to make myself laugh. But I done seen a million motherfuckers crush it, bro. Shout out to the Louisville local scene, bro. I done seen Eric Kimbrough crush a whole motherfucker. Nigga, a whole audience. I done seen a lot of motherfuckers crush. Like,
yeah.
But I done seen you crush a crowd. You know what I mean?
But
what stands out, like I'm talking about, I'm trying to be a legend, bro. So I know what it takes to. So sometimes you can get burnt out on comedy and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like
that's why I just did.
Motherfuckers say they've been doing comedy 20 years. I'd be like, where? They'd be like, here in Louisville. I'm like, what, bitch? Where at? You got a secret mic or something? I'm everywhere and I don't never see you there. You know what I mean? So
that's the wildest thing. I see flyers pop up all the time. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And they're like, oh, he's a comedian. Where?
TikTok.
Yeah, but so
the wildest thing to me is the thought that you ain't gotta work on your shit.
Yes.
I don't understand that.
If you got one thing you could go back to yourself when you very first
we living in the world
comedy, what advice would you give?
We're living in this world, bro. In the comedy world. I put it on this. Motherfucker is thinking, like, what's the bitch name? Sexy Red or Gorilla, one of them hoes. Said, why the fuck? I don't give a fuck about a credit score. I can be rich tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So motherfuckers was like, shit, all it takes for me to get 1 viral video, 2 viral videos, a bunch. And this is what they thinking. And the world gonna love me. And then I'll be doing comedy shows across the land.
Yep.
Oh, comedian that was at your mic this week out on the patio. Some new chick on the scene. I was asking her about comedy, what she wanted to do. She's like, well, I want money. I was like, you ain't gonna get that right now. You ain't
in the wrong sport.
You ain't gonna get that right now. I can promise you that. And then she was like, well, actually, what I want to do is I want people to pay me to play this shit on TikTok. I said, you got a Twitch so you can clip up your shit and start it. She's like, well, I just want somebody to do it for me. And I was like, oh yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Yep.
Comedy's hard, bro, and comedy.
You setting yourself up to do a whole lot of nothing.
Comedy's expensive.
You telling me? I'm
Come on, bro.
broke
We
down.
ain't even just talking about money.
Comedy's expensive, so it's something you love, you gonna pay for it. Like,
I spend more time and money on this shit. I spend more time and money on this shit than anything, probably.
Unless you just don't mind being shitty and losing money.
Oh yeah. Well, to me,
That's
it's all investing. You know what I mean?
I see motherfuckers that been
Investing-
shitty and been good later.
Investing in your product.
It's actually
getting
cool
your
to
shit
see
right.
when that
Yeah.
happens. You happy for it.
Yeah, you can be shitty and then you just something click. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bless
Yeah.
you.
Everybody, I think everybody get a different. Some people just ain't never gonna have it.
Look at my homie
And then
Jacob Williams,
some people
bro.
it'll just hit.
Look at the white boy Jacob Williams.
Mhm.
Wilding out. They say he used to be at the Caravan doing that shit. Motherfuckers be like, that shit ain't gonna never work. That shit ain't gonna never work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, too. And the thing is too, though, man.
He
Comedy's
knows
subjective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just because this ain't something that I laugh at, don't mean that a motherfucker ain't gonna hit with it.
It
That's
might
at the
be
end of the
50
day. You
million.
don't have to fit
Hey,
all people. You
How
got to fit
many
your
people? How many people like anime? You know what I mean?
No.
I'm still trying to figure out what it is. Like, there's billions of people that like it. You know what I mean? Right now, I can probably just tap into the anime market. You know what I mean? So it's all about
That's
what
a-
market you trying to be in and who you want. And you gonna be able to keep and hold that crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could throw a show in, like my fans and shit, but I can't keep doing shows every fucking week, every goddamn 3-4 days, and think I'm gonna have millions of fans coming to the shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at
That's the
this
thing.
point in the game,
Well, that to me, that's why the way I step is it's two completely different ventures.
Right.
I'm a stand-up comedian, and I got a pursuit with that and business and situations that I try to set up for my personal endeavors, and then I got a promotion company, and one of my products of my promotion company is a comedy show.
That was the longest explanation for someone saying they had drug dealer.
yeah, just say you ain't gotta work, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Say I get a disability check or something.
No, that's legit.
That's
That's
what
all.
I was doing,
that's
but
all.
as my pursuit
That's
for
all
comedy,
taxable money.
it was slowing down my creativity.
Yes.
Mhm.
So you might not
Preach
mind
it.
not being funny as I
Preach it.
am. I am trying to fucking be gold star.
You see where
funny.
he slipped in?
You know what I mean? You
Mhm.
might be like, shit, yeah, it ain't taking that much from me. I'm
But that's
still
the-
doing comedy.
but
Fuck
see-
doing
But
comedy.
see, it's all.
I'm trying to.
Good.
I am a comedian.
It's all on what you can
Motherfucker
do
gonna
with your
say-
time.
A motherfucker gonna stop me.
You know,
That's a random stranger and say, hey, we
because
like you.
because
You
no,
Cause you
for
are
2
you a
years-
comedian?
For 2
You
years,
feel
nobody
me?
could
Yeah,
say
I
they
do.
ain't never they.
That's why I
I
said
ain't
like
saying you
open
not
mic.
funny,
No,
bro.
but what I'm saying is, in 2 years, nobody could say that they've been to a week in a slew of open mics and not see me at them.
I'm not. You
But,
working?
but in the process of that,
Double working.
we bringing people in and doing these
No.
shows.
We-
Like I said,
But I'm
it's
saying,
two.
Jay Watt,
But
this
my
is just a
thing,
warning.
my thing
You
is
triple working.
no. But my thing is, it's all in your mindset, man.
You
To
got on
me,
3 hats.
to me, I can't do too much promoting that it's going to water down my comedy because they different things. I'm running up.
But
like,
time.
here's
Time.
what.
It's not about
well,
that.
here's
It's
what
not
they-
about energy.
all right,
It's about
well,
time.
It's about
well, here's-
time.
well,
It's
no.
about anxiety.
Well, here's my thing.
It's about where's the fans
No.
at? How many tickets
All
I
right,
got
well,
sold?
let me tell you
It's
how I
about-
chop
You're
it
not
up.
thinking about the tag.
I'm
and the
trying to
timing.
be.
That's-
I got 15 minutes. I'm trying to. Maybe I'm gonna go viral.
Well, you talking about booking shows and you performing on the show too? Is that what you're talking about? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking
No.
about booking comedy shows
Yeah.
that I ain't even on
Yeah.
as a business.
I
That's
was
funny.
doing that too.
So
but
here's my
still.
thing. So you don't
Timing.
think that a stand-up comedian could have a day job like a career and also pursue comedy and
No, they
become a
can.
good comedian?
Here's the-
Yeah, I did it for 3-4 years straight.
So
I'm
how's
just
your
saying-
day job any different than me running a business except for I'm the boss
No,
everywhere
I'm
and you
telling
only the
you.
boss on the street?
I'm
Hang
telling
on.
you.
I don't get no
I
day job.
was
is what I'm telling
losing-
you. My day job is my
Yeah,
business.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm a
You
business
don't have
owner.
a day job. I'm
I'm-
working 40, 50 hours a week. I
And
got
I'm
my
working.
son got
I
to
put
go to
in.
8.
I put in 24/7 in my business. So what I'm saying is,
You
I
can
don't
do it.
believe your shit because I know that when I get on that stage, I'm gonna do damage to that crowd, and I know
Yes.
that I promote shows and they don't.
No,
They
no.
don't know.
I
You missing it.
hear you. I hear you. What
You
you're
missing
saying is this: me spending 40 hours a week on my business is the same as you spending 40 hours a week relaying cable. If you're still doing comedy as hard at night, that's the same as each other. It's the same as each other. What we're saying is, but you will never be as good as you will if you just focus on that.
Well,
and
that's for
fold in
everybody's
pieces.
situation.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
made the
That's
point
why
before.
I quit
Yeah.
really booking shows. I'm
Yes.
doing a trivia
Same.
night every Monday night. I'm trying to, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I promised myself that until I have at least a feature set, if not a headliner set, that I'm proud of, that I'm like, I'll record
So-
this. Then I'll start booking my own shit again and helping out little people. But once I feel I'm there,
So
that's all.
Well,
I'm in
that's
the, I'm
my
in
thing.
That's not the only way to do
floating
it. It's
right
just
now.
my
No, but I
mindset
feel-
is like,
but I feel
I
like
can just ride. I
where
can
I'm
book for
at-
shows. I can just ride and
But you
get
working.
booked shows
Yeah.
and not be producing nothing right now because I am trying to write a golden ticket.
yes.
No, nobody's
That's what
saying
I'm
you.
saying.
Nobody's saying
So if
that
I've
you
been
should.
getting the producers, I'm already overworked. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And we
Trivia
just
night's
saying
a
that
beast.
we just saying that happens with your comedy
Yeah.
faster.
But see,
if you're not.
but I feel like I don't know. I feel
I
like
got
the
burnt out.
overworked. I feel like
I got burnt out on
it
shows.
ain't work if
You
you
know how
walking
many
in your purpose.
comedians' attitudes
I
you
don't feel
dealing
like
with and
it's-
shit? I'm now falling out with comedians because they think I
Hey,
don't
you
want to
telling
book
me.
them and shit. Damn, when you gonna book me?
You
I done
telling
booked
me I'm
you.
about to drive to
I'm
West
like,
Virginia
bro,
Friday
I
to
ain't
pick
even
up
the
a
booking
headline.
person in my company.
You want to go? I'll take
I gotta go, man.
When
My
I-
son, I can pick up my son. But I do want to get.
I got more
Okay.
sugar if you need. You need some more
That's what I'm on.
snacks.
I'm trying to eat some.
Yeah.
But bro, it's too much for me because nigga, we are not civilians. So motherfuckers think they great. Motherfucker done became a comedian. They're like, shit, I'm funny. Motherfucker been clapped and laugh at me. And they might hit you up and want to get booked. Like I seen Whoop de Whoop said, hit you up to get on the show.
You
Like,
can
hey,
never
bro,
turn it off.
I don't
You
even-
never turn it off.
I don't even do it for real. My wife tell me who to put on the show. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to write jokes. I'm trying to get booked for the show, goddamn.
Yep.
I'm paying the headliner $150 and they some local motherfuckers. I feel I can take that $150. I feel like I can do it every goddamn show there.
And also, here's the problem: the moment that you spend as much time promoting as you do comedy, and you're good at both, and you're known both, people outside, whether it's bookers or other ones, they're going to look at you as a promoter before. They look
Come
at you
on,
as a
bro. The
comedian.
promoters don't even hit me
Every
up, bro.
single time.
And I'm not the motherfucker that hit a motherfucker up and be like, let me get on the show.
And so you
That's
won't even.
just me, because pride is the devil.
And you won't even be able to trust your own development. This is part of the reason I stepped away, because there came a point where early on, let me run a show and I'll give you time and you give my time. It just helps you get stage time. And that's a good thing for a young comic to do. Then you get to a point where you realize, I don't know if anyone's booking me because they think I'm good anymore.
Right. I'm like,
No one's telling me the truth about
Yeah.
what my development
like,
is,
what
because you're
up,
trying to get
Viking?
on my shit.
hey, can I get on your show? I heard your show would be lit.
Yep.
Can I get on your show? I heard your show would be lit. I was
I'll
like,
give you
hey,
some time. I'll give you
You
some
can
time.
come do my shit up. I'm like, hey,
Oh, I get that.
I want
Oh,
to come now. I
Oh,
want
yeah,
to come
that's
back
what
and
it
earn
is,
it
though.
just off my material.
I gotta get out of here. Y'all boys, wild boys.
We appreciate you, Bikey.
Yeah, man.
That turtle beating
You got anything coming up? You got
That's
anything you
gonna
want
be
to
a
promote?
takeaway from me.
You got
I want to
anything?
promote everything.
You got a
Thank
show coming up? Anything?
Thank you. I got tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
I got celebrity trivia night tomorrow night, Spring Street Bar and Grill, Louisville, Kentucky. What I do? We got chess night at High Horse on Tuesday night, 8:00. We got open mic on Wednesday night at 9:00 at High Horse. What I got? July 31st or something. I'm at Dayton Wiley's Comedy Club with my homie Jarrell Beeman.
Nice.
Comedy for the People. What we got? I think they just canceled this little roast battle, Gary, because I don't like talking about people. People hold crap.
What roast battle?
I think that one out there by the
WWE mean home?
Yeah.
The cancer?
I don't know. I guess I seen somebody. So I don't read messages.
Hey, that last one I was on, it was fun as shit.
Yeah. I was trying to get on that. They're my homies.
We was up there cutting up.
That was in August though. So what else I got? Yeah, something else coming on though. I gotta be looking at my calendar for real.
Yeah.
I gotta work. I'm just trying to work, bro, for real, because I make a lot of money working. And then I be bullshitting and don't want to go to work to do comedy and don't even make as much money at the comedy. So I'm smarter than that. You know what I mean? But you gotta have your passion stuff. So if I make enough money, I'm like, okay, I can spare this day not getting money and go work on my craft right now. I'm just working on specific jokes for real. I bullshit around on open mics until I get to the bit I'm trying to work on, and I'm gonna put it in this other bit. I'm not trying to reveal jokes now.
Yeah.
Jokes are sacred now. You know
See,
what I
I've
mean?
been-
Motherfuckers take jokes.
See, that's
bro.
one thing I've
You
been.
gotta know how to reveal it, so then it's yours. If
Mhm.
you just put a little part of it out, a motherfucker can take that cliche and be like,
The moment it's on, you don't gotta wait for them to get a TV deal no more. The
Right.
moment it's on TikTok, it's theirs.
right. Right.
As far as the
Guaranteed.
public is concerned.
Right.
They can do your shit, bitch.
That is the one downfall of running the mics.
Yes.
You be putting a lot of content on the
Yeah, you
streets.
dropping content, and if I'm hosting the mic, bro, just some freestyle up here for me because I'm too good at it. I might have my topics and shit with my PowerPoints. Well, you just running an open mic, you might think of something funny and shoot it out right then, and then it's gone. That's how I record all that shit, bro.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say when you hit about 4 years, you're gonna start feeling differently about promoting.
Yeah.
That's
my
where I was
prediction.
at. That
That's
was
my
my
prediction.
break point.
4
I
years.
swear, 4 years. I'm still
That's
doing
what it was for me
production.
too.
I got an entertainment company, Baki Entertainment. I had a website for fucking 9 years. You did
It all. I mean, I think it all depends. You know?
I get paid to do a trivia night, and I give away $50,
If it
$30,
goes-
and it's old motherfucking white folks, a few sprinkles of mixed people.
My
You
people
know
do
what I
like
mean?
trivia.
Little mixed people, boy, they in there.
Yeah.
Hour and 15 minutes. I get paid more to do comedy. I'll take that hour and 15 minutes. Boom, I got time to go shoot back home. It's a Monday night. I can catch another open mic.
There you go.
That's entertainment. I'm an entertainer.
That's
You
what's
see what I'm saying? Because comedy don't pay. You got to change your name. That probably, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers think they can give a nigga a chicken sandwich and goddamn $50 and it's all gravy. That shit's
Man.
trash.
That's fucked
So
up.
now-
if they offer a chicken sandwich.
Now, if I had
Mikey
two-
paid me a Modelo draft my first
Tell you
show.
that dude got that draft.
Hey, that's a good draft.
Hey, he
okay.
had
There you go.
two. He was too fisted with them bitches.
Not
He
really.
was too fisted.
Nah, he lying
Only
when
one fist.
He lying when I turned around for the second one. He was already gone.
Out of there. Out of there. Now I
He
booked
didn't
a
make
lot of
that
shows, bro, and I met a lot of great comics, bro. I seen a lot of people that was trash, and after my show, they was getting better. I
Mhm.
built a lot of them bombs, assholes.
Yeah.
And
I always
I
tell
troll
people
the nigga.
you
I
come in
go
on
hard
my
and
first joint.
just be the villain of comedy.
Honestly,
You know what I
it
mean?
was- honestly,
That's
if it
what they
wasn't
want,
for-
because I was a good guy in comedy.
You were.
I'm
If
a South Georgia boy. I'd be the villain out here and have these boys want to fight me.
if it wasn't
I
for
know
you
a
and
lot of
Dusty,
trash
I don't know when I've
motherfuckers.
been on the show. If it wasn't for you and Dusty early on, I don't know when I've been on the
You
first
know what
show.
I'm saying? Man, ask some motherfucker who put them on their first show if they ain't been doing comedy before I started.
Dusty used to look out too, boy. Dusty,
That's my dog.
he just,
Gotta
he
go,
just
man.
hit
I'm a
people for you.
diabetic, bro, and this man gave me a goddamn.
Man, well, we ain't gonna step out here like
Cookie,
bums.
man.
We all going out. Anybody got anything? Shows coming up? Anything?
Yeah,
Anything?
yeah.
I'm on MC gig at the Caravan Comedy Club on July 24th.
Boom.
Caravan.
You got something? You got anything, man?
Show coming up July 17th at the Whirling Tiger.
Tiger,
Heck
Whirling
yeah.
Tiger.
Boom,
Yeah,
boom.
July 17th. What you got,
Whirling
Murder
Tiger.
Circus?
Man, I got a lot, man. This week, shit, Friday I'll be in West Virginia with Zach Amico. Saturday we'll be at Never Say Die Bar. Me and Zach Amico. Sunday I'm on Don't Tell Lexington. And then
Okay.
next Saturday I'm in Funniest in Louisville competition. Gonna get my paperwork ready.
Yeah. Write him a check. Write him a check. I'll pull up.
So
You got
plenty more to come. Oh yeah, July 26th, midnight show. Cam Patterson in the building.
Cam
So
Patterson.
and
Y'all
I
know
put-
y'all gonna sell that out.
and I put the hitters on there, man. I got fucking John Bass is opening the joint up for us, and then I got the Mod Squad of Louisville, man. Corey Miller, Lucius Williams, and Will McKenzie, Willie Mack.
Yeah, really mad.
That's a good show.
We gonna fuck that crowd up, man.
Just share the picture.
And
Yeah.
possibly DJ John Q on the ones and twos.
John Q,
So
that
we'll see.
radio guy.
I don't think so. Maybe
He
he might be on the
guy.
radio.
He on the radio. He on the radio.
Is he? I know he was the DJ at the Derby City joint.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Down there, they had a jumping the other night.
Are they doing comedy again?
I don't know. It looked like they had just a DJ down there.
Man, they had
That's
a
what they
beautiful
gotta do
room
to
after
say.
they kept it going with the comedy.
Yeah, but people don't like it. Oh, people want the comedy's a subjective thing to trick people into coming to listen to you talk, and then motherfuckers ain't that good at talking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Music's way
So
easier.
you gotta build the room where it's.
Expectations.
Yeah. That's why you gotta charge for open mics.
I learned over the years, you start out and everybody thinks that wherever you can put on bands and music, you can put on comedy.
No.
That's the worst match. Wherever you can put on a play, wherever you can put on spoken word, that's where
I
comedy
charge
works.
$5 for my open mic, just like the Caravan.
I tell people all the
That's
time.
it, the president. You ain't finna get on my stage with your bullshit ass comedy.
There you go.
Because it's gonna cost my people $5 to come in here.
Man,
You did what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
anybody's bullshit ass comments gonna play in here, it's gonna be Vikings,
Man,
right?
I do it for 45 straight and charge you 20.
Yeah,
Charge you 20. I
right.
want Doug to see me. I changed the price a little bit. Charging $5 and $10 for shows.
You ain't lying though about
I
the
said,
road,
"Oh,
man. People come to me all the time. Hey, my buddy
20
got
to get
this
in
and
here.
that. I'm like, I gotta see it first. Oh, he said he'll do comedy. You need. I'm like, I gotta see. I don't care if
Yeah.
just because you got walls in the roof.
Yeah, I want to be set up
I
right.
made those mistakes.
Don't have me out here hooping on gravel court.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give me the NBA flow. Let me feel good about doing comedy and pay a motherfucker. Then they do better at comedy.
100%.
Keep putting free motherfuckers on shows and then my crowd walking out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
No. Everybody can't be on the show, man.
Appreciate you, Jay Wall. See?
Hell yeah, y'all.
Everybody can't be on the show.
Petty Lane, everybody. Petty Lane.
Tim Northern was caught up in traffic getting back from his show in Missouri. So
What you do, the Blue Room?
we're going, Blue Room. So we're gonna do a conversation had tomorrow night, and then we're gonna do a patch in Petty Lane show with Earth the Nerve and the boys. So
Patchy. You know, it's real shit.
yeah, man, we stream them in here. We do live, whatever.
Yeah,
I need batteries in my
for 2
motherfucking
hours.
shit.
Yeah, I'm at the last.
That's a good one, man. You
That's
got
what
some
I do.
bars